the thing about Cash as well, the mid's obviously going to be a huge area of contention. We know Liquid, like on their T side, like to go amazingly fast. They're boosting up their key players. Nitro, Simple getting up there and just causing absolute chaos there. And CLG can lock it down. I'm sure they've done their homework. They can surely step up here. But it looks like the first map is about to start. It's going to be Cash. Team Liquid versus CLG. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise here. Let's light the building up. It's going to be Liquid on the CT side. CLG starting T. 3 sets of armor and 2 smokes. We've got a P250 on Tarek as well, and we can see whether any aggression will be coming in from Team Liquid here. We'll be taking the game towards them. Hiko has got the incendiary, and Nitro with the kit.
And it's a split default right now from CLG. So not a fast play in either direction. 2 utility players, Smoke, as you said, Cutler, excuse me, and Tarek. But look at Liquid already. Richard talked about this, the aggression, how quick they were going to be. Simple, they hit the shot though. He puts Fugly low, but now he's in no man's land. Fugly gets straight back into him, and Simple early on. We know he's volatile, needs to hold his temper on that one, but it does give the advantage to CLG. That could have been huge.
That was the Hail Mary play right there, and now it's a 5-on-4. CLG can slow things right down before they've even used their smoke. They gifted a kill. Simple did do a lot of damage on towards Fugly. He goes down to 19 HP, but you can see now CLG readjusting themselves, making their way towards the B storage as well. You have got Adren and Hiko there, and Nitro trying to reposition himself towards middle, but this will be the B play. Smoke towards upper and towards that spawn area. The flashbang will come in, and presumably we can see Nitro actually coming over as well.
Yeah, thankfully the vent was popped as well because he can get in that without being hurt at this point. So they do have a 3-man defense on this B side, which is going to be approached. It's Adren that'll spot them, needs to run back quickly though because he almost is caught out in the open, gets to headshot position, but they're in the sight. Nitro's laid in. Fugly, he's the low HP player, does get caught, but they found Adren and Elige beforehand. This is all CLG off the start.
There it is, the pistol round going in favor of CLG. It was Simple that gifted them the first frag. They just had to slow things down and go as a unit from that point. The thing is as well, Liquid actually had 3 players towards that bomb site. Didn't really find any exchanges whatsoever. All about CLG that round. Very clean affair for them. And now we go into number 2. Galil's, Mac-10s. And we'll see whether Liquid will be fancying their chances with the Force buy here. It looks like more of a modest approach. We saw this yesterday. A lot of teams going for the HE buy in the second round. So instead of Force buying, they want to do the airstrike potentially towards middle. Maybe they can push them towards B storage. We'll see where their approach is going to lie here. More of a default stance. They've got Adren towards middle. Simple holding that B storage area. And 3 players towards A. You would assume CLG will be slowing things right down right now. They don't need to overcommit. They have got 3 rifles here just to work the long-range picks, gain control of middle, and then they can decide how they're going to pincer a bomb site.
Touch on something really quickly that goes along with the storyline as well. Fugly and Nitro used to have a really dynamic A defense when they were together on Team Liquid, and I would arguably say that Fugly was the more efficient player of the 2. CLG has that going for them in this map. He's very, very good on the CT side of Cash, so it changes up. It's Hiko that's over there with Nitro. At this point in time, they can change it based on AWP positions, based on if Simple wants to head there, but it definitely weakened some of their structure on this map. So keep an eye on that when we do hit Fugly's CT side. Adren does have a smoke in front of him. Slight gap, going to try and spot toward at least the garage, but Elige has to watch the drop on this.
So far, just like I said, they're going to be trying to take over towards middle here. Hayes leading the charge. Elige will spot 1 player and decide to fall back here. Adren's sit in the smoke. He has got a gap as well, so he can do something of this. Only has the P250 and no armor, but here comes the first exchange. There is a little bit of damage, but it's going to be the first kill coming in favor of CLG. Surely Hayes did spot the player there. Can fully commit now. Takes down Elige. Unable to get 2 just yet, but there's the headshot onto Nitro. 5-on-3. CT's now out of it as the CLG side make their way towards the B-bomb site.
And they're hoping that they pulled a rotation off of this. Smartly, Fugly was holding to make sure there was no flank to come in, but they are going to go to B. Simple still here with Hiko. And Simple is running the raid boss armor and Deagle, but gets nothing done with it again. Hiko, good ding. Let's put Hayes extremely low. He's already dropped down. Adren's going to catch Cutler. Bomb's still in position, though, to get planted. Try as you like with that P250 to penetrate through that doorway. It's not going to do much.
Now the bomb is planted. Options are very limited for Hiko and Adren. They're going to try and get some exit cut out of this. But Hiko is the first player to drop. And now that's going to be the round guaranteed, almost certainly. The thing is for Liquid as well, though, they didn't overcommit to this one. We see a lot of CT teams fully force buy into the second round. It just means if you go to that first gun round, you potentially don't have an AWP, you don't have all your nades or defuse kits. So Liquid have gone for that safer approach, Matt. They want to make sure they have the rifles, the kits, they have the smoke grenades, incendiaries. When you're the team with the lesser tactical depth, I think that's a very wise option to go for. It means you can hold out the T's for a longer amount of time, and there's the final kill. JDM will take down Adren. It's going to be 2-0 here, and you would assume this round will be very clean, cut off fair. They can't really justify forcing into this after that second round. So CLG can just do more of the same. Slow things right down, take over middle, find those 2 frags. Hayes doing that very efficiently in the last round. So expect to see more of that.
I'll stay on the Mac-10 for JDM. He'll build up his bank, potentially go for an early AWP. He goes for the AK.
He's got tons of cash right now. He's got just under 5K with the Mac 10. Potentially he can farm that up a little bit more. Looking like they will just be heading straight towards that boost area. Going to be checking out A storage as well. You can see Cutler all the way in T-spawn, just holding for any flanks that may come in. It's going to be Fugly leading the charge here once again. Smoking up towards the connector. There's the first kill. Cutler gets the push. That's Simple going down. And now it's going to be a flurry of kills coming in. Fugly taking down Adren. And once again, a 5-on-3 situation.
So Liquid not able to get much done without the weapons. Hazed already taking over middle. They've given up B this time. Nitro and Hiko going to hold hands and try and work this together, potentially get some damage done to the economy of CLG. But Hazed again, just perfectly getting up middle. Good flash, well timed. Get a crossfire set, and Elige and Hiko able to pick up a kill. And I'm not sure they spotted the second player. Elige getting in toward that sandbag position.
This is dangerous now. Hiko, one of the most powerful players in the whole of the North American region, has got an AK-47. 4-on-3. If he's able to find one more, this could get interesting. Looking like CLG will be positioning themselves towards A. Smoke's coming down on the site. Nitro is going to be there, and Hiko going to be backing him up straight away.
Let's see if that AK can come to fold as he goes in behind the red crate. Nitro's got Cutler. This starts to look good. He picks up a Galil. There's no refrag on it. Now there's 2 rifles in the crossfire. 41 seconds. The option's there to go back, but they're committed. They're in the site. Tarek, he gets overwhelmed. It's Hiko. He does manage to get 2, but now it's down to a 2 versus 1.
There it is. CLG managed to hold on. It looked so clean cut from the beginning, but that crossfire towards the sandbags and highway area, they managed to pick up an AK. CLG funneled towards that A bomb site. It did get very difficult indeed. They had to dig deep there to even get that round on the board, but they did it 3-0. Team Liquid now coming in with the AWP. We talked about Adren and his amazing performance against Fnatic. Can he replicate that success with the AWP this map? We're going to see him going up against JDM. Someone who else had against Gambit was fantastic with the AWP, especially on Cash as well. So this is going to be a hot battle going into round number 4. We'll see what kind of buy Liquid have. No kits, and they actually only have 1 incendiary, so it'll be difficult to hold off a full execution from CLG. It looks like they're actually favoring towards the A side right now. Fugly and Tara are going to be clearing out towards A storage and Squeaky Door. No aggression coming from the CTs. They're actually playing a retake setup if you look at the minimap right now. And you can see Elige and Nitro just holding back very passively towards CT spawn and highway.
I mean, just to keep an eye on it as well, because it is Adren on the AWP again this time. We saw him hit a nuts shot against Fnatic. Olafmeister into dust too at the pit. So he's had some confidence with it again this weekend. Simple pushes forward, but again he's off in his accuracy. And Simples needs to find his game fast. Again, volatile player in that sense.
Yeah, looks a little bit rattled at the moment. That's a kill he should be taking down. Now, Terrorists have got full control of Checkers. They're going to be boosting up the defense as well. An A split potentially coming in here. Cutler can fake towards B, and he's actually peeled 2 players over to that side as well.
JDM looking for the pick in A. Nitro's playing the CT side of the red crate. And Elige is trying to get up default. Actually, I take that back. He's above. It looked like he was going in behind the forklift. He's going to be above on catwalk, so there's no way to Molotov him off of this. They're just going to have to check it. Flash goes in, smokes out. Nitro can't spot it, but there it is. Elige, once he gets his vision back, a quick shot down, but Nitro's distracted. He has to look toward highway, and now Elige is stuck, trapped in the corner, and what a shot from JDM.
Fantastic stuff here from CLG, just pinching the side perfectly. Liquid not sure what the hell's going on, just going to be Hiko remaining, and it all stems from that initial frag coming from Simple. He had to find one in that situation. It was 2-on-1 towards Checkers. He gets taken down, and then he's lost map control completely, almost on every part of the map. You saw they had to rotate towards B. They weren't sure what was going on, and CLG just playing it perfectly. Boosted a player into towards the fence area, got towards middle, and you could see how difficult it was just to hold them off.
Simple pushes pistol, no kill, pushes that round, no kills. Currently sits 0-4. I know it's early, but it's a note you have to make with a guy like him.
He's one of the key players of the team. He needs to be stepping up here. One of the maddest fraggers they've got. But it's going to be 4-0 now. Another Eco coming in for Liquid. They have got CZs, 5-7s, and a couple of flashbangs. Not going to be stacking necessarily. 3 players towards A at the moment. But you can assume CLG will be slowing things right down here. Won't want to give anything away. First kill comes in. JDM just holding the angle. Takes down Elige. And they've got the 5-on-4 in their favor.
He's spotting up one more again toward middle with that AK. Remember what we always talk about, Henry, as well. The economic system is much harder to build back into from the CT side.
Absolutely.
And not only that, as soon as Liquid wins 1 round right now, they're going to be facing a reset. And they've let the bank build for CLG, so this is a really, really dire situation for them to be in. They've almost got to play a very solid half from here on out. JDM going to find Hiko again as they try and flash in. Didn't spot the second man, though, that did get by.
The good news is for Liquid, they get the full reset bonus 5 rounds after this one, so they will be getting $3,400. A lot of damage done towards Adren there, but you can see the Terrorists are splitting this so efficiently as well. 2 more frags coming in. Just going to be Adren remain. He does actually pick up Tarek here, so they're going to be aware of his position, rotate towards the other bomb site, and there is going to be Fugly just waiting for the rotation. Should be able to take him down here. Adren going to live for a little bit longer. He has got 11 HP. Should be able to salvage some sort of a weapon here. Yeah, AK-47 picked up. At this stage, obviously, it's not even worth taking his anywhere else. He just wants to stay alive and boost the economy going into the next round. Whether they will let him do that, that's another question.
A great start from CLG. And even just saving this gun for Adren's massive, as you mentioned.
This is where it gets interesting now, because Liquid, right? 5 rounds in a row, they're going to have lots of money. They could go for a double AWP setup, or they could go for something a little bit more aggressive. The aggression hasn't really worked out for them. It seems like Simple is still a little bit rattled, needs to work out how he can get a frag into this game. 0-5 right now. He's the kind of player, he's momentum-based. He wants to get fired up. He wants to be making sure he's leading the charge on the scoreboard, but Fugly is hunting Adren now. Whether he'll save this weapon is yet to be seen. He's going to be spotted now. Fugly looking to get his final kill. Doesn't matter if he dies here. They've got tons of cash, but Adren will be surviving and going into the next round with that AK. So that definitely helps boost the economy. We've seen that's been a real problem for the CT so far. And here it is, round number 6. Adren will get the AWP. Will they manage to get 2 here? Hiko yet to buy. Thinking whether this is going to be worth it.
That's the question. Is this going to be... Second AWP brought up, no, goes for the M4. So it's Adren once more in the AWP. How does Simple get back into this? This is getting to be the must-win situation for Liquid.
They're changing things up, though. Adren's going to be going towards that B storage area. That's where they lost that first frag last time.
Look how passive they are in A as well. Nitro stays back toward truck. He's going to throw the default smoke out toward A main, but with this mid-push, they're waiting for the information before Nitro commits to being an A. So if they go B, he could rotate quicker, but it does give up a lot of real estate. Yeah, if they get pushed.
Completely open. You can see them boosting over the smoke in A main right now to seeing if they can spot any sort of intel towards the A side. Not going to give anything away because, like you said, Nitro's all the way in that CT truck area. They're heavily committed towards B and middle. And Legion Simple will be patrolling that area by themselves. And I said before, Adren just scouting out towards that B storage zone. Hayes with the bomb towards mid warehouse. And it's going to be a very slow approach. Just see what the CTs are presenting towards the terrorists so far.
They are grouping in that position. Elige hasn't gone over for the boost. Simple still on highway. Nitro now with no information on B has to get back closer to the A site. Ugly over. Elige is still there, fully blinded by this, but not spotted, not looked at yet. He's looking the wrong direction though. Hayes gets below him. He hears one above, but can't find the first frag. It's Simple to go for it. Now he's on the board. He gets Hayes back, but there's still more in middle, and Simple's got it. Not only that, Adren finds Cutler. And Liquid have a foot in the round. They need to keep as many players alive as possible. JDM, he's going to try and negate that with the AWP, and what a shot onto Simple. It looked like he was committed toward the highway. What is this man doing right now? JDM opens up the A site entirely. This looked like it was done and dusted.
They haven't even planted at this stage. Now the bomb does go down, and CLG just picking up 3 kills there, it seems. Simple wanted to face the situation. Now it's a 2-on-2, and you have to favor this towards the terrorist. Another kill coming in for Tarek now. This is a nightmare for Liquid. Hiko, the last player remaining, an absolute clutch master, but with 15 HP, I'm not sure even he can pull this one off. Smoked out of position, trying to find anything he can with this.
Got to go for it. You have to go for it this situation. A 5-0 start for CLG. You need rounds. Who's going to get spotted through the smoke? JDM. Huge, huge round for him.
Liquid, what are they playing at? They know they're doing a retake on the A bomb site. You're a 4-on-2 situation. You can allow them to plant. Make sure you have all of your units there to actually take it back correctly. This is the kill right here. Simple over facing this situation. JDM picks him up. He gets a sensational shot on the bomb site to actually confirm this possible situation, but still, you have to feel like that's very sloppy play from Liquid and something that's going to affect them going forward. They have to work so hard for those initial 2 frags towards middle as well. Oh,
not the start at all, we said from Liquid. Elige. They did go for the single op on Simple. You have to wonder, what was his money at this point in time? Actually, it is fairly even with, it's a little bit under the
He's got 1,500 left, yeah. So with the loss bonus, even if they lose this round, he has enough to buy. This is like the all-in play, whether he can actually do something of this. A single AWP can make things happen, but it's up to Simple now, who will be facing towards A main and seeing whether he can find that first shot.
And they've got Nitro in there toward the lockers as well. He's going to try and get information. This allows the rotation for what was a 4-man stack on A back to B, but Nitro goes down. Now they can't commit to that. Simple's got to go back over with the AWP. He's got the face on Tarek, but still can't hit the shot. So Simple, struggling slightly with the accuracy he's known for.
He's given away his position as well with that AWP shot. You can see now CLG adjusting themselves, slowly edging towards the B side. They'll be executing momentarily. Simple will be rotating towards upper. Will he be there in time to actually lock them down?
JDM, nade out in behind the back of the site, not to be spotted though, or not to be taking any damage. It is still Simple though. He's rotated over. He's now coming to life, and it's going to be Adren that pops out late. Suddenly around, out of nowhere, Simple saves it.
There it is. The player we called out in the early stages of this game picks up 4 AWP frags. to give Liquid their first round on the board. It was an all-in play. He needed to make something happen there, and the rotation comes in. It's a ballsy play to face from upper, but he makes it happen. 6-1 now. We talked about that reset potential, Matt. This is where it comes in. They need to win this round, or they're going to be in dire straits in terms of the money going forward. But finally, they have arrived.
Well, you question the op from Simple. He's known to make decisions like that and somehow pulls it out. Dren's going to go up toward middle again this time as well. He's onto the AK, so all right, Simple, you had an excellent round with the AWP. You deserve it. Yeah, you go ahead. So now Dren back to the rifle.
Dren's been playing very well, the rifles as well, to be fair. It's no problem whatsoever him wielding an AK, but here we go then, round number 8. CLG slowing it down once again, seeing if there is any aggression. It's been quite a passive game from Liquid so far. They haven't been pushing into A storage or gathering information towards Squeaky Door, holding back in those very retake sort of style setups. So time ticking away, but CLG just feeling out the map slightly here. They have got a full buy, of course, after winning 6 in a row. And JDM, one of the MVPs so far, 9 for 1 in terms of score. We'll just be scouting out towards B and seeing if anyone will dare challenge him.
And it is going to be that op brought back over to the A site, so keep in mind, smokes can negate that, make it extremely hard to play the close angles on the A site, but right now the attention, it's shifting toward B. And Elige is inside of middle and Z, but not a quick rotation from that position. It's going to be a lot of pressure onto Adren and Hiko. Thankfully, Elige is up to it.
I'd assume this would be more of a Molotov style play, smoking off, dropping the flashbangs in and just making it really uncomfortable for the CTs at this point.
And they've got contact. They know they're here. Elige finds the first one. Flashed off, fades back, gets out alive because he's given up checker room. And Dren's going to spot that. He needs to be careful. Gets a little bit itchy as he almost takes his teammate down. Instead, though, it is a TK from Tarek. So it suddenly comes to a 2 versus 2, despite the fact that it was all orange on the left side of the obituary. Good play from Fugly, though, down middle, and he divides the CTs. Hiko's got hit by that shot.
Through the box, and JDM finishes them off as well with a P250. There it is. Liquid have been reset after bringing it down to the 2-on-2. Hiko, we thought he could step out in that position, but the wallbang coming in through the box, and it's JDM to finish him off with a P250 as well. It seemed like Liquid had that play completely read. They completely rotated to the B-bomb site, stacked it up, had the crossfires efficiently working as well, and a TK coming in from CLG. It looked like Liquid had it ready to go, but unfortunately for them, CLG will pick up round number 8, and it's going to be 7-1. And now the money is in dire straits for Liquid. You can see they actually Simple going in with the Hail Mary play once again. He's got the M4 and head armor going up against the full buy of CLG. His teammates won't be joining him this time. PT50s and USPs. Can he do similar work here? The boost coming in towards the B bomb site, though he doesn't fancy it. They were going to go for it, just decided not to.
Hiko and Elige used to have a really interesting play they'd do where he would jump up to knife the window so you wouldn't hear the gunfire.
Yeah.
You'd look back because it's a flash, then the flash would follow up when you turn back around. Elige would push through main at the same time. I thought they might go for that, but it's not Elige that's playing with him over there anymore.
It's a 5-man stack towards middle so far from Liquid. Going to be potentially boosting here. You can see Adren playing by Hiko as well, but CLG playing this very slowly and edging towards the A-bomb side. Cutler just holding off the flanks as well. Another lovely shot there through the box from JDM. It opened things up for them. 5-on-4, and now Simple. A lot of work to do here.
Trying to go for the spam in toward B as well. JDM just looking at all angles right now. 2 players pushing up. I'm going to try and find him. Can't just yet. They're rotating back around in toward mid. This 2-man face, Tarek, if he even opens up, good shot from Adren. If he even opens up Squeaky Door right now, he could actually realize that A is completely vacant. One smoke to cover off Simple and Elige. They need to watch this, but it's B instead that they go to on that rotation.
B's the perfect call. You can see not a single CT there whatsoever. The bomb will be planted here. Smoking off towards spawn, bomb down. We've got Tarek holding the flanks, finds a kill onto Adren as well. They're unable to pick up the AWP just yet. Can Fugly get this kill towards the checker area? They're now going to be spotting them. Nico gone in out to very low HP as well.
He's already set. So they will shut this down. Simple won't get away with 1 gun this time. That strategy won't work. This is incredible from CLG, this start.
Absolutely. A plays 1 now, and Simple's money is at 3K after that over-investment from him. He's trying to replicate his success that he had with the AWP. Wasn't meant to be. CLG made their way into the other site, undetected, and are able to find any real frags there, Liquid. So they're going to round number 10. They're yet to buy here. They're working out whether this is worth it, and they're actually going to be calling in the pause as well. So
yeah, right time to do it.
I think this is definitely the right time to do it, considering the 8-1 down, the money's not fantastic. They need to work out whether this is worth it. Adren does have $6,000, so he could get the AWP. Simple would be on a pistol, Elige would be on a FAMAS. Hiko and Nitro, they've only got 4,100, so they could afford an M4, body armor, and a couple of nades. That'd be about it. This will not be a good buy. They probably won't have any kits, so they need to work out how they're going to spread this economy. I'd say at this stage, they want to be buying into it just so they can't allow COG to have any more rounds.
I mean, that's the hard part. You look back, the frag totals aren't great, but 2 rounds ago, they did bring it down to that 2 versus 2.
Yeah.
So they've kept the money reasonable. There's still a chance, but you've given up 8 on the T side already.
Yeah. There has been a lot of clutch situations here. Liquid on their retakes as well, thrown away some key situations. 4-on-2s, 2-on-2s. Just not having any luck here in the clutch.
The 4-on-2 was, I think that was a defining moment in the half.
It was very silly, considering what this game means and how much is on the line. And a 4-on-2 to play it like that, simple. I've seen him do it time and time again in this team. It's like, I'm not really sure what it is. You feel like I'm good enough to face this position. I'm going to end it right now, but you have to be looking at the bigger picture in these scenarios. You need to be thinking, okay, it's a 4-on-2, but we can still lose this. We're playing against world-class opponents here. We need to make sure we're locking them down and making sure we're giving ourselves a 100% chance of winning the actual round itself. This JDM's had a fantastic game, had a great tournament himself, so he was the one who stepped up in that 4-on-2, and now the chips are down. Liquid need to work out where they're going to go with this. 30 seconds remaining in the timeouts, and they're yet to buy. They're still working out what they're going to do with this decision.
I say go.
Go for it, buy up.
Yeah, at this point you have to. This is already a lost cause if you don't. I mean, Adren's got the money for it. He can drop it over.
I would say give the AWP to Simple again, and then try and balance the books with the Famises, with some upgraded pistols, and see what we can do. It's going to be a tough round, regardless, as the timeout will run out here. Liquid's still yet to buy anything, but CLG, they get to use this timeout time as well. They haven't actually done any proper like fast rushes or anything like that. I'm sure they're aware it's been a very passive setup towards A. They could just completely throw the rule book out and just go for a full-on A rush, just get straight to that A main entrance and challenge it straight away. They've been focusing heavily on mid and spinning towards B. The buy does come in. We're going to have an AWP on Adren. Max 7 on Simple, Famas on Elige, and just a pistol so far for Hiko. He's yet to buy. There's an M4, but you can see 1 kit. 4 smokes, no incendiaries, distinct lack of flashbangs or HE. So let's see what they can bring to the table here. Massive round for Liquid as we go into number 10.
Nitro's gotten up close. Simple, the same thing with the shotgun. He's actually looking to rotate back through the vents. He's dropped out the other side. I'm not sure he actually did. No, he hasn't, because if he had, it would have meant that he'd committed to that B side. He could still get back to mid to support Nitro at this point in time. Default smoke as well onto A main.
They know the money's going to be low for Liquid, so CLG can just slow this right down, bleed the CTs out, make them use any little bits of utility they have. Now they just have 1 smoke remaining before the 1-minute mark hits, so CLG in a fantastic position just to work the picks once again. Fugly has been boosted. We'll be looking for that first kill.
Oh, but he gets caught out. Why would he peek with the Molotov? As he tries to bounce that, that's such an easy thing to do, and Nitro makes him pay for it. Lee's quick pop flash to peek out on A main. There is one showing. It's JDM. He has the information that at least one is there.
Decent nade as well.
Yep. That does good job, and now Adren can watch the squeaky door. It's open. They know that's occupied. They've got the information required, so they're rotating over right now. 46 seconds. CLG needs to make a decision right now. It's do or die. Go or not. And it seems as though they will. Touchdown from JDM. Simple's gone, but Adren gets the refrag, and Elige has good position, but it's Tarek instead who finds that kill, because 2 peek at the same time. And bomb's going to be planted by Hayes. Nitro needs to make something out of this. He does tag up 1 very low, but it's all on Hiko. Clutch Master, 1 versus 3.
Has got the kit, 3-on-1 situation, and he's currently completely smoked out. Needs to have something gifted to him here. There is a gap towards the forklift, but it'd be an absolute blunder from CLG to give anything away. He is going to go for it. He is amazing in these situations. Need to find the next kill right now.
Hayes' position is so good in this, though. Hiko, he's trying to see it in his peripherals with the spin, but Hayes holds it. 9-1 now for CLG.
And the money's going to be in disarray once again. That force buy meant everything to them. They needed it to happen. Now only getting $2,400 into their bank accounts means they can't really justify much more than some upgraded pistols. But once again, like I said, CLG just slowing it right down there. We did see the first kill come in favor of Liquid, but they just had nothing to hold them off once the execution came in towards A. He saw Hiko completely smoked out, didn't have anything to push through it, no flashbangs, just had to try and walk through and see what he could do. But ultimately, it's 9-1 in favor of CLG now, just firing on all cylinders here. And Liquid forced to be on Eco. We have got P250s and a CZ on Nitro, but once again, it's more of a default setup, not being very assertive with this. It's very difficult to make anything happen in these sort of scenarios.
Oddly enough, the 1 round they did win was when they had the single AWP.
That's right. The only round they have so far is from a Hail Mary play. No, not a single gun round is working out for them. That's incredible. Okay.
Good push in, though, this time. 3 players occupy A main. They want that. AK. All right, that's a death trap. JDM repeats, takes down Simple. Things look so good suddenly. The gun was far too tempting, and now they'll push in. They know the third one's there. Nitro's got to face this. He's at least got the AK to work with, but Tarek limiting the angle does go down in the end. So still 3 plays 3, but no guns picked up on the other 2.
Tarek overcommitted to that situation. They didn't have to find that kill. It wasn't necessary necessity at all. But it's still going to be a 3-on-3, heavily favoring CLG. They will be making their way back towards B as well, and that side's going to be open. Hiko realizing that he's only got the PC-50. That AK still towards the A site in Nitro's hand. Now goes to the face, takes down Hiko. Now the bomb site's open. Plan will come down. I think at this stage, Nitro just needs to save the AK, which he will. Adren can justify trying to find something with this, but that's the round over. Well, it did get a little bit interesting at one stage, but JDM locked him down.
As he seems to do a lot in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. He's currently sat on 15 kills and 3 deaths. He's had an absolute monster of a first half. And there's still 4 rounds to go after this.
This is a very frustrating game for Liquid, too. I mean, you go back to the pistol, simple wonders, the 5 versus 2. Okay. Thank you very much, Cutler, for some highlight material.
Why not? Through the wall. Now it's going to be Nitro. He's on the other side of the map. He will be able to save his AK, but 4-stage loss bonus next round, $2,900. So another full buy coming in for Liquid. I think the double AWP setup needs to be tried at this point. They're way too passive. They're allowing CLGs to slow things right down. They're executing to that A site or doing the B split, getting mid control every time. They need to be bringing the game towards CLG. It looks very easy for them so far. As we go into round number 12, we'll see what kind of buy comes in. Money isn't as great as I had hoped. Simple can buy the AWP, and so can Hiko if he wanted to, but they just need that utility. CLG playing a very slow game to open things up, and it will be Simple on the AWP. The only round they've won was when he got 4 AWP kills. He's currently sat on 6 kills as well, so that's pretty much all he's contributed so far after 12. He will be heading towards the A site. A change of setup here, potentially going towards Squeaky Door, or maybe just hanging out of the quad.
Again, the default smoke, like you say, utility is so important. They've got 3 smokes left this time, because they used 1 on B as well, so 2 gone. JDM holding the angle. Is this the Molotov play? Tarek's over there. He could actually throw this right now. Dren's gone away from the vents, but they could have flushed it out regardless. Cutler's in toward Checker already, and Hiko has to get a read on this fast. I think they know now that he's in there. Dren still can't commit to it because they don't have anyone else to cover off mid so quickly. He'll go, but at this point, CLG's already fading back. Going to be Simple nearly through the doorway to spot 1. It's going to be the rotation instantly from Highway, but Simple does get Fugly that time through the smoke. Now he's on to something. Still, the execution is slowed because there's another smoke on A main as well. He's up against the wall, though. This is where the smokes and Molotovs in turn could actually limit Simple, but they throw them deep on quad. He's got the angle. He's got the shot. Hayes goes down. It's Tarek. Then he has to face off against Nex. He gets the shot. It's JDM down midair. And Tarek out the doorway. He goes for the wall bang. He's actually got 1 Tarek. It's an overcommitment from Simple. And it's Tarek against 2. But the HP does favor Hiko and Adren. He has to pick up the bomb, 30 seconds to play with. And they're not going to peek this time. The same mistakes not to be made from Liquid.
Well, we have seen Simple overcommit in this situation once again, but 2-on-1, you heavily favor Liquid in this one, but it's Tarek to take down Hiko. This would be for the ace. That's its 4th of the round. Adren edging in as the bomb is planted.
Caught with the nade out, nearly gets the time to get it back, but Adren holds on.
Just about. And that means 4 players going down for Liquid after such a successful start to the round. Simple stepping up massively. He finds 3 kills, but he didn't have to die. The money's so tight right now. Wanting to finish it off with the frack movie montage he seen, went for the no-scope through the door, and I feel like he didn't have to die there. But regardless, they get their 2nd round on the board, courtesy of him once again. Came down to a 1-on-1, and Adren held his nerve. And this is the play from Simple in his screen right now. What an insane shot to kick things off. 2nd was a little bit easier, but it's the 3rd kill that really did it for me. And once again, they have to fully invest into this round. It will be the double AWP setup coming in for Liquid, but if they were to lose this, it's another eco, so massive round coming forward.
They need every round to close out this half. This is mandatory, do or die. Elijah Dren, both inside mid, and it is going to be the boost that comes over. So Simple playing at Checker right now could get boosted if Hiko wanted to get closer, but that's going to be a problem because Cutler's still watching them. They've rotated off of this. Elijah's going to come under fire. Fugly's down as well. He's already checked the cubby.
Now they have got 2 turrets set up on either side. Adren with the AWP on A and Simple towards B. Fugly has got full mid control, though. They've actually given that up completely. This is fine, though, when you have 2 AWPs. You can look towards Highway from quad and just completely cover that area. But smoke's going to be coming in. That will slow CLG down, but it's not a problem. They're yet to advance into any particular areas. Fugly's still scouting out towards middle. Elige will be rotating towards connector. He's only got the Famas, though, and actually not a single bit of utility, so he can't even justify a face here. He's just listening out for footsteps.
Tarek in toward the door. Waiting for the timing, though, on this play. No one out toward default right now to throw smokes over. So they go for the bounces. Off white box. Tarek potentially could throw one with the arrow, but Fugly finds a leash that opens highway. You may not need as many smokes. Adren with a good shot goes for the wall himself this time, but it's Nitro. He's in his corner. He's so good here. He's Molotov this time, but another kill going his way. Still now, though, the 2 versus 2 and a late rotation from Hiko.
Yeah, it's another clutch situation coming in. 2-on-2. Bomb will be planted in default. We can see there Tarek towards the foreglove. Simple going for the play.
Oh.
He gets the bomb down. JDM dropped. 2-on-1. Tarek with all to play for. He finds Hiko as well. This is it. He gets himself back towards CD Spawn. Simple versus Tarek.
And he needs to be careful. Simple, that sets his style, but what a shot from Tarek. And he knows the bomb's been dropped, so Simple's gonna bleed this out. What is that shot? He gets to highway so fast.
I don't think Tarek knows what in God's name just happened to him. Simple with a fast rotation and a stellar headshot from Connector. Takes him down and is him finding every single round here for Liquid. 10 plays 3 now, but they're having to dig so deep every single time. One-on-ones, and it means the money's still in complete disarray for Liquid. All of these rounds ending in such exciting manner towards the end, but it's Simple stepping up once more at a very quiet beginning to this half, but going huge now, but 10 plays 3, they still need these last 2 remaining rounds.
And look at the money, I mean, still from CLG. This one would break them.
Absolutely, and it's a full execution coming in. This could be a fake, but I would suggest they're probably going to fully commit.
This is almost one of those times when you haven't done it all half. You almost want to see the boost inside of A from Liquid. There's really not anyone here. Elige and Simple, they've got to rotate back over through the smoke. They're outside of this. This is going to have to be a retake, and it's going to have to be perfect. Hiko still doesn't know what's going on B. He can't even go for the fast flank because they had a smoke placed. The Dragon gets one. This will start it off well, but Tarek's there onto Elige. And Simple has to buy himself space. Not only that, Tarek, he's going to fight forward on highway. This should cut Nitro off. This is looking really good in the post plants, but a good shot from Nitro. He doesn't have any of the games from Tarek. Takes away one position. Quick flash, that won't be for a peek. He's got to stay efficient in this. Cutler there as well. Both of them just want to buy space. He goes down, that's the flank. Fugly with the kill. And no peeks. Again, discipline from CLG. They're going to force Liquid to have to do this. They've got to work in tandem, and the other aspect of all of this is Fugly still inside him. And gun barrel spotted. Simple. He's caught off. It is Fugly that's going to get Nitro. And Adren has to do this. 20 HP.
Can't do it. No time left. He's going to have to retreat. They did everything they could for the execute, and this retake setup from Liquid not working out. They were completely zoned out of the bomb site, and they didn't have enough money to play with. Once again, didn't have those flashbangs to push through. They had to sit and wait while the smoke's dissipated. Came in, did find some frags, but the 2-on-1 was just a bridge too far for Adren to cross. And he will be retreating. I don't think he actually saved the FAMAS as well. So that's everything lost, and that's a full reset for Liquid going into the last round here. You would assume this is going to be 12 plays 3 to CLG. They've got nothing to work with, just some upgraded pistols, some armor, and a couple of smokes. This has been a nightmare half for Liquid. Some fantastic moments, some great clutches from Simple, but it's not enough right so far.
I mean, Liquid, this is just such a disheartening game. Remember their map choice. Things just never went their way. They couldn't hit the shots. They make some silly errors on a 4 versus 2.
Yeah, I agree.
The idea is there. It's just, it's never worked. Not worked in their favor. The one I'll give them is Nitro, or rather, excuse me, Simple going to AWP spotted.
This man,
he waits. I mean, yeah, this is next level from JDM. This is literally, you want to talk about a team getting legend status? JDM's doing it himself right now. Absolutely. He is now a legend in this game. This is insane from him.
Who needs tactics when you've got a player that can find a pick consistently every single round? He's currently set on 17, and it's going to be the rest of his teammates actually splitting towards B right now. Cutler and Hayes trying to find that pick on towards Hiko. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Fugly does take on Dren on the other side of the map. He's trying to do what he can, Nitro, but his teammates is getting dropped everywhere. Simple does manage to find that first kill, but it's not going to be enough in the 4-on-2.
And they spotted both. He definitely spotted both from the drop there. Tarek's got the first. He'll just wait it out. They know Nitro's still there somewhere. No need to peek, no need to commit. Bomb goes down on B as we speak. And it's going to be a 12-3. 12-3 T-side half for CLG on Liquid's map choice. This, I mean, we alluded to this at the start, Henry, that if Liquid came out slow, the way CLG's playing right now, there's no mulligans anymore. Everyone's contributing, and none more than JDM.
Hiko, 2 for 15, the player we expect to be carrying these guys. It's actually Tarek, like you said, Tarek and JDM, the star players. They're stepping up massively, and on Liquid, they're missing. Hiko, 2 for 15. Adren actually top fragging here with Simple, but Nitro and Elite just see absent as well. They need to be working together and actually getting these crossfires. A lot of questionable decisions on the retakes there when they had advantages, finding the first frags, and just falling to pieces when it mattered. There's so much on the line here. You can't afford to make those mistakes. And they're doing it time and time again.
And this is the thing with CLG. We've never seen a true game where both players, both Tarek and JDM, have been on at the same time. This is fine form, CLG. You did mention Elige and Nitro. when we do swap over, some Duncan fans in the front there like that. When we do swap over, this is where they become the 1-2 punch. Their synergy as entry fraggers is phenomenal, but it's a mandatory pistol and a perfect rounds after that. There's no room for error at all anymore.
Like you said, this is their map. They need to be stepping up here. Obviously, the pistol required. For any new fans out there, losing the pistol potentially means 3 rounds, and that would actually take CLG to 15. That's map points. Liquid in disarray right now need to work out how they can adjust themselves and get back into this. They'll be going over to the T side now. And there are a couple of options on the T side of Cash on the pistol round. Obviously, you can go, a lot of teams opt for the straight-up B rush, trying to shut down that first player and stifle the CTs with that first frag, but you can slow things down with a much more tactical approach as well. Smokes towards A, simple executions and a couple of flashbangs. But don't be surprised if you see CLG going aggressive on their CT pistol as well. The way they're playing right now and the amount they're out fragging their opponents, I wouldn't be surprised if they just went for the straight-up bloodbath towards B storage or something like that.
For a lot of people wondering, because people have tweeted me, there you go, here's a replay. Hayes getting pumped up, but he has a decent, again, started off, his mid-presence was excellent, but just to go back, those are hot packs that the players hold to make sure they're fully loose and ready to go.
Right then, let's get into it, the second half. Liquid with a lot of work to do here. CLG in a very comfortable position indeed. The buys are coming in. It looks like a more tactical approach here from Liquid. Going to have 1 smoke, 2 flashbangs, still considering their buy. And CLG going straight in with 4 sets of armor and 1 kit on towards JDM. He'll have the smoke from middle as well. And Simple with the Desert Eagle. He's hungry. He wants to be finding these frags, and in stylish fashion as well.
Yeah, and he's going Nico style with it. It's not a raid boss. He's going, bought it himself, no armor. To go aggressive. We saw him go aggressive last pistol. Didn't exactly work out. Simple this time, peeking mid.
Oh!
Does get this shot. That's why he's done it. Cutler's gone.
Removed from the server. Goodbye, Cutler. 5-on-4 now. That's exactly what Simple needed to find. And gives his team the 5-on-4 advantage now. They have got smokes and flashbangs. They can slow things right down. Normally, we'd expect a CT reaction at this stage. So far, they're spreading themselves out. Seeing what this leads to from Liquid. They're going to be boosting up and taking over middle.
And wait on this, too. This is going to be a timed play. Simple's already lurking. They'll go now that he's got control of the top of the hut, cleared off sandbags. The options here, it's actually going to be Simple going for a lurk. He's got the distance advantage with that Deagle, so he can hold highway, but the others are setting up right now.
Look how far removed he is from his team. He's so confident right now. He wants to find that next frag, and he gets it as well. Takes down Fugly. Another 1D. Gets the opportunity to second, but Tarek finds him, but here comes the B play from Liquid.
He's bought so much space for his team, and Hayes would have been the snake in the grass. He's found out. Nitro's on. This is what Liquid needed 7 rounds ago, not now, but it is the start in the second half that was mandatory. It's all down to Tarek. Simple. What are you made of, my man? That is a hero play from him. Goes for the Deagle, and Tarek's going to try and repeat this. But there's nothing he can really do in this situation. He's got armor as well, so he might actually just look to hold on to that.
At this point, he's got the armor, like he said. Every kill is worth $300, so that could be worth something to try and build up the bankroll. But it looks like he will be trying to get out of dodge right now. He's going to spot Hiko, takes him down with him. But Elise will find the final kill there. And Liquid now, something to work with. A great play from Simple. 2 stellar shots from the Desert Eagle to open things up. So confident in that situation. And to be honest, I never doubted it. When he faced towards middle, he looked like he was just hitting that shot all day long. 12 plays 4 now. And CLG don't need to force into this. I'd say it would be a nightmare situation for them to do that. They've got such a huge bed of rounds. Don't do yourself the disservice of having that lack of money going into the first gun, but it's looking like they will be doing just that. They're going to be force spying into this. Desert Eagles 5.7's body armor. It's just going to be JDM, obviously the AWPer, keeping his money a little bit more modest for the sniper rifle in the first round. But a fast play from Simple. This guy's getting into the swing of things now. Fast play towards middle, looking for that first frag.
He's holding the angle as well. Tarek's trying to get information. He's actually just shoulder peeking in toward Garage right now. Now he's faced. Simple knows he's there. Information goes both ways, though, and Tarek doesn't take anything in the exchange. He's actually going to relinquish middle, give it up entirely, which does give the option for the split. And here it is. This is standard formation. Elise waiting for anyone to flash in. Back turn. Simple to hold the angle if they do. And Hiko already out toward the doorway. Now, one of the other things to mention as well with Liquid, the former roster, and I'll be interested to see if they continue to do it, is that they double lurk with a 3-man swing on their T side. So it used to be Fugly that would watch B, Hiko to watch the door, and then the other 3 would make decisions based on their information. Obviously, Fugly's not here anymore, but it is going to be A that they go into right now, and Hiko's going to Molotov off highway to try and give them 1 less angle to cover.
Full execution coming in with the Molotovs. They want to make sure it's as clean as possible. They get the first kill. Fugly drop. This should be a clean round now, but all of a sudden JDM does find Simple. Quickly rectified by Hiko there.
Good push from Tarek. He times that so well in behind the smoke. He's caught out Elige. Cutler's dangerous in this as well with the Deagle. Bomb's not yet planted. Dren's going to swap off the SMG and go to the AK because he needs to hold away from this. Make sure he covers the cross from A main. They're actually in decent positions right now, CLG. Economic damage is easily possible, but perhaps even more. Smoke on a Dren. He's forced out of this, and Tarek's still holding that. They still haven't found him. Nitro's forward, does do decent damage, needs to get them both here, and does.
That's the kills he needed. That's going to secure the round. Just going to be Tarek remaining, and there it is. The force buy from CLG not working out. They did find a couple of kills, but Liquid playing that so cautiously. Made sure they Molotov every single position, smoking out the choke points as well, sticking together as a unit as Nitro, just to seal the deal in the end there with the UMP. That puts CLG now on towards the full eco. But it did look a little bit hairy for a second there. Liquid definitely up against the rope, especially that smoke came towards A main and took a Dren out of the situation.
Still waiting for that guy in the 440 shirt to tweet us that picture, but I'm sure he will eventually.
I'm sure he will. Anyway, so this will be the throwaway round. CLG don't really have any justification of doing anything with it. That's 4 players towards B. This is what I would expecting to see from Liquid when you have these almost impossible situations. You stack towards the side and take a huge gamble here. But you can see Liquid, like I said, boosting up towards middle very quickly. Will just be going straight up highway as well. And JDM has pushed towards Lockhart, but...
The interesting thing in this is he's pushed towards Locker. He's the only one in A, but he hasn't got a read on this yet. And they are going to find him quickly. But he's so far removed from this. They've given up mid, they've given up A, and the stack, again, you do it, it's a gamble, sure, but yeah, it's not going to have any effect.
Yeah, he doesn't even have time to gather information there. If he's dropped that quickly, there's not really much point in rotating. You see the last 3 remaining CTs still towards the B site, hoping there may be some sort of fake in that scenario, but they're going to be discovered now. A Simple, hungry for blood, coming into the B site with this UMP, and he's thinking about it. He wants to go in by himself, but he's taking the safer approach for once. I'm going to be waiting for his teammate to let it do, I think.
Oh, warmer, colder, colder, but dead anyway. It is Tarek that falls off the stack and finds him. So 1 gun down, they can try and go for that. It might be worth it in this situation. They're going to be able to buy next round anyway, but at least a UMP with armor penetration. They'll do it again, why not? And not worth it. Liquid needs to play the long game. They should just sit back on this. They will try and face off against Nitro. That's going to give Hiko a bit of time as they are distracted. Hits Tarek, doesn't drop him fully. The end of the world. More important that they keep their guns up.
Well then, we go into the first gun round now. You can see, like I said before, JDM kept his money at a reasonable amount. Will we get the AWP, but the rest of the CTs actually be struggling a little bit here. Cutler on the FAMAS. Same news for Fugly as well, but they have got a decent amount of utility, but not a single kit purchased. If the bomb was to go down, that makes things very difficult indeed. There it is, round number 19. Simple on the AWP. He's been great so far with this weapon. Clutched many rounds and found multiple frags. Can he continue that form?
He's using the double mouse pad to make sure consistency is key. Different desks you play on around the world, it's nice to have some familiarity to them, but faster play this time from Liquid. They want mid. Interestingly, it's Nitro that's got it, but he's got the bomb right now. So this is a dangerous position for him to be in. Elige is here with him. They want to try and split toward A, but good smoke, at least, thankfully, to hold off Tarek, because if Nitro was caught there, it could have been a huge mistake. Good shot, though. Never mind mistakes. He finds JDM. Fugly's going to try and hold this angle to spot Hiko toward the door, but now he's overwhelmed. This is his position. Remember, we talked about this, and his timing again is going to pay off. Tarek finds one. Again, Fugly not re-peeking. He's so efficient here, but Hiko does win the duel.
The bomb is down, though. It's in a horrible situation, so Simple needs to do some serious work here, missing a couple of shots. It is a 3-on-2 in their favor, but he needs to find a kill if they have any chance of recovering the bomb. Simple can spot him, but misses another one. Surely that was the kill, but there it is! Through the smoke. That should secure the round. Now it's just a matter of time, and they need to make sure they take this together. There is Hiko on very low HP. Just make sure they don't make any mistakes, and it should be fine.
I didn't think Simple would fire that second shot when he spotted him. I do have to point that out again, though. Nitro goes mid with bomb.
Yep.
You're executing with the split, the safe play is main, and
you saw it went down.
That.
It was actually almost in front of the CT truck where they actually lost the bomb. I think a bit of poor communication was going on there, but Simple whiffing a few shots, but definitely made up for it with that one as he takes down Hayes, and that was the done deal at that stage. We're going to round number 20. I'd assume it's an eco coming for CLG, which it will be, not forcing this time. Going to be having PT50s and CZ, but Liquid coming to life now. That's 4-0 on the second half, 12 plays 7. As they start to go more into a default. It's actually a mid-stack coming in from CLG, looking for those initial frags and seeing maybe if anyone can find a little bit of aggression and catch someone out.
2 in the corner. Short face Molotov, make sure no one's going to push in, but it won't clear them from that position. Simple needs to be careful here, because this AWP is pretty damn expensive. And with 2 pistol players that close, you wouldn't want to lose it.
Yeah, he needs a bodyguard. he holds towards the B storage area. The CT's been very passive so far. No one pushing in or gathering intel. They just want to wait for full execution and see if their crossfires will work out for them. Taking an A-sided attack from Liquid as 3 players make their way towards A storage. Simple just watching out for the booster. I'd like Adrenas to sit back and make sure that's covered, which he will. And here we go, then the first exchange will be coming in momentarily.
JDM not going to face this. It's only 2 in this site, but Molotov bounced to the corner. It didn't go to the backside, so that was planned, but favors JDM in this. He might actually be able to time this. P250 does take Hiko. He's still alive. He tries to reface. Thankfully, 2 there. Because he does do decent damage onto Elige as well, but Bomb's going to go down on the A site. Rotation coming in, no armor, no kits.
Yeah, 4 on 3, not really much he can do in this scenario. Pretty far removed from the whole situation as well. We have got Cutler coming in from the T-spawn zone, but like I said, Adren should be holding that flank, which he is, and Cutler's actually going to be opting to go for the full-on exit kills. Not going to be committing to this whatsoever, and it looks like the same story for the CTs as a whole. As Liquid secure another round here, but the money has been a massive problem for them throughout this game. They want to make sure they keep everyone alive, stay together, and Simple does find haste, and now Adren should be able to get this kill here, even though he gets spotted. Does manage to take down Cutler, and it's just going to be poor Tarek remaining. As he is towards CD Spot as well. Simple wants this, but the bomb was about to explode, obviously, so decides to opt out. And now Tarek will go down. He had a P250, it wasn't really worth dying then, I guess.
I mean, they've got the full loss bonus.
Sure,
they're going to be able to buy in this one anyway,
so
but
just throwing it away.
I gotta point to it really quickly again. Adren, 14 kills. He's keeping up with anyone on his team right now. He's been playing excellent considering the storyline. Remember, for those of you who don't know, removed from this roster.
Yes.
For Kusta, who was unable to play due to Valve's ruling. He qualified with a minor team, which disabled him, disallowed him from joining Liquid. So they brought Adren back in, and he's played amazingly well in this tournament. So another game that he looks to continue that trend.
This Nitro coming to life. He had a very poor first half, but now he is stepping it up. Hit 16 frags, and Elige will be going in quick towards that A storage area. We have got JDM back on the AWP. CLG's been a rough second half for them. Unable to find a single round just yet, and Liquid slowly but surely edging themselves back into this series. As we're going to round number 21. It's going to be a much more default setup from Liquid. Not committing whatsoever. No one even working a pick right now. They're seeing what kind of real estate they can gain. Hiko has made his way towards the end of Squeaky Door, but a lot of shots being fired his way.
I mean, this is default for Hiko. It's Nitro with Adren watching B. Hasn't been a lot of... Oh, are we going to see it? JW style, they go for the run boost. He's actually spotted. He's got it. He's got JDM, who never saw him go by because he was scoped in. So although it wasn't as pretty as we might have liked, it still was effective. And I was going to say they were watching to make sure there's no B push. We haven't really seen that aggression from Counterlogic Gaming on the CT side. So that's one way to get the pick. I love it.
Yeah, it's a very impressive way to do it. Now that they're slowing things right down once again. Some bait smokes coming in towards the A side as well. They're seeing what the CTs have remaining. They have got the man advantage as well. Simple goes to the shot. He doesn't manage to connect, but he does get the intel as to where Tarek was.
And Cutler's actually taken mid back with Tarek in this position. Adren has to go back for the bomb in the garage at some point. Thankfully, he's turned off, peeled off to the vents, because if he'd pushed all the way through mid, he might have had a gift laying at his feet. But it is going to be an A execution. It's 20 seconds to make it work. Hiko finds the opening pick. That makes it viable. But Tarek, he's still here, flashed off. 2 kills is all he will get. He goes down to Elige. That opens up the bomb possibility. But Hayes is still here. There's no Molotov left to throw because there is a way to deny that from Truck.
Yeah. The CT's now no kits once again and 3 frags to find. Cutler and Hayes need to work out whether this is worthwhile. As he does throw the incendiary towards the side, it's not going to make Adren move just yet. He actually narrowly avoids the flames there. At this point, they need to find a kill any second now to make this worthwhile. That's going to secure it. Cutler left out of position and out of time as well. As he is sticking around for a couple of frags here, but I'm not really sure what the main objective is. Does hit on Nitro, but definitely can't win the round.
So same situation, although he's going to do economic damage by getting them down to 2. Same situation that Liquid had against them in the first half. They get the first 5 rounds, they reset CLG.
You say about economic damage, but you look at the
bank accounts right now. I shouldn't say reset, but they do this round, sorry, they won't be able to have a favorable buy. They still have the round loss bonus going for them, but they're going to have to make a decision.
That's why I find it interesting in that, what, 2-on-3 or 2-on-4, why they didn't save the weapons when they didn't have the kits either. They wanted to actually have something going into this round. Had they had those rifles, they could have got drops, and here comes the pause now for CLG. Assuming this is tactical, it must be.
It has to be.
What do they got right now? It's 6-0. After the 12-3 start, they were looking so incredibly strong, and now up against the ropes. Seems like the CT side has been an issue for both of these teams. And like you said, we haven't seen much assertive play from CLG whatsoever, just a passive default every single time. Same story for Liquid as well. No one wants to take the game towards the terrorist. No one's going towards Beast Door and actually getting aggressive or going towards Squeaky Door. No one's being flashed in or going for a counter boost here. It's just kind of sitting back and hoping that the frags come in your favor and someone's going to work it with you in the crossfires. But so far it's been very disappointing, I have to say, on these CT holds.
And it would have been a... Look, Nitro Elise on this map, they can get things rolling on T side, but it would have been a CT side from CLG I looked more for, so this is actually really surprising. Apparently the earbuds bothering Simple's ears. He's just going to give those a little rest.
They do hurt.
That's right, he can hear you right now, so if there's anything you want to tell Simple.
Oh, there's some love in the room. But Matthew, the way things are looking right now, it is going to be... Oh, yeah, I'd say everyone got the headphones back on?
They do. We can talk about it again.
Anyway, so CLG will be forcing into this situation. M4, FAMASs, P90s. This could get very interesting indeed. If Liquid were to win this round, it'd be almost guaranteed CLG are on a full eco next. And at that stage, Liquid have got some footing into this one. We thought they were so far removed from this whole match after the 12-3. The way CLG were playing, they looked so confident, but JDM really yet to arrive in the second half.
And part of that, I mean, let's be honest, I think Richard highlighted it on the desk day one of this tournament. When JDM doesn't have the AWP, his impact is like, I wouldn't even say 50% reduced. I'd say it's like 90% reduced. He's not great with the pistols. He's not as effective with rifles. So if they can get this momentum, which Liquid has done, same thing CLG did to them, it becomes an issue. That's one of the two massive impact players basically rendered useless just by simply winning rounds, not even facing him, not even having to beat him. It's Tarek now that has to step up. And again, I do look to Fugly. I do think he's very good on the CT side, but
yes,
he's got a lot of work to do himself.
Well, this round he's got a P90. JDM, as you said, weak with the pistols, only has that P250 and body armor as well. It's got to be nades towards highway. JDM does get a whisper of damage, but Hayes jumping across. There it is, another opening frag from Simple. They're going to be Molotoving out Cutler as well, so he's going to be stuck in a very difficult situation. What's his play from this?
The double did it because the first one didn't reach. That one will Simple, what a flick shot! Takes Cutler down, and now it's a two-man, make it, sorry, three as Hiko found one. Advantage against CLG.
Wow, what a half this is turning to be. All in play from CLG, not working out whatsoever. It's going to be Simple finding two and leaving Tarek and JDM in an unwinnable situation, and that is turtling up towards the A site right now, trying to stick together. JDM without a weapon as well, so Tarek trying to protect him any way they can. The bomb should be planted in B any second here, but Simple, so confident right now. Was so quiet in the opening stages, but playing like an absolute beast at the moment.
Absolutely so. Tarek's still leading all fraggers as well, so keeping a rifle in his hand is going to be crucial. As you said, JDM without a gun is going to try and babysit him, but keep in mind, again, for JDM, he's got the highest money right now in his team. He invested in the least for a reason. I assume they want to get that AWP out.
Yeah.
So 3,400 onto 2,250. He's gone in this one, but he's going to have enough for an AWP in the next round.
So that's the play they could do. They could have him on an AWP and the other players on SMGs, Deagles, maybe FAMAS if they really wanted to. But Tarek does get taken down in the end, so they lose that rifle they had. That's very important. That would have definitely helped going to this next one. So,
especially beside the AWP.
Exactly. So JDM has $5,600. They can force into this if they wanted to. We saw what Simple can do with the AWP by himself, supported by those pistol players. They've used their pause now already, so they can't really take time to discuss the situation. It looks like they will be taking an eco. And the way they're playing right now, I think that's probably fair. They still have breathing room. It's going to be 12-11, but they really need to wake up after this round and work out how they're going to get back into this, because so far in the second half, it's been all about Liquid. As we enter round number 23, they're going to be stacking 3 players towards A, 2 towards B. And Liquid are aware of the money situation right now. They can slow things down right away.
This is interesting from Simple as well. This is knowing the situation economically, that they're going to try and have to do something a little bit different on the CT side. So again, we haven't seen much pushing from CLG, but they're still considering the possibility.
We have got Tarek on a Zeus as well, so maybe he could do something exciting with that. We have seen a few Zeus kills this tournament.
To be fair, back when the patch came out for the qualifiers in Stockholm, Cloud9 had a round where I think it was Cloud9, and maybe it might have actually been Liquid. It was on Cobblestone either way, where Zeus picked up guns, won the round, and that was partly how they qualified.
That whole tournament was why it got nerfed, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
But
$100, I think it was like $200 reward. Like, thanks very much. Plus gun.
Anyway, it looks like full mid control coming in for Liquid here. There's no real way they can lose this round as long as they play together and not give anything away. It's going to be Hiko once again towards that squeaky door. Elise coming in for the pincer, silently up highway. And the first frag will be coming in momentarily. You'd assume it's going to be Elise to find it.
They need to be a little bit careful because there is 3 here. So Fugly's been spotted. flash out catches the 2 on highway, but now the players in A main will go simple, and he takes down 2. Looked a little bit awkward when the first flash came out toward the player, Elige on highway, but they recover it well, and now Elige will go hunting. Good shot from Simple again. It's just economic damage that Hayes wants to do. Of course, they saved in this one. We mentioned they were in a position where, with the round loss bonus, they were on the cusp of buying, but next one they absolutely, hands down, will be.
Wow, 8-0 now. CLG need to get a new battle plan here. The double orb would definitely be an option. They haven't really tried changing the game plan whatsoever. There it is, double orb. So Tarek and JDM, they wanted free finding these first kills. It's normally they get out of a jail strategy when all else fails. Try 2 orbs and see what you can do with it. Like I said, they haven't been too assertive, haven't been applying much pressure to Liquid. They've just been able to work the map any way they want to, and Simple just finding frags almost every scenario. He's actually got almost 16k right now and 22 kills. This guy really has arrived on the server. Let's see what CLG are about to bring. This Cutler does go towards middle. Shots being fired through the wall.
Oh, is he going to go for it? Is he going to go for it? Oh my God,
this could work.
Theory crafting. Come on, Anders.
Almost.
The lineup toward White Box. Fugly's timing nearly does go, and he still thinks there's someone up close. That was close as well.
Can you imagine if it hit?
I think. Maybe not. I think that was from the nade initially.
That was a nade over towards highway.
I was going to say, if it was a double penetration, it might actually, no pun intended, didn't mean it that time. It could have actually put him down there on that similar sort of HP, but it was the nade that did the damage.
For once, you didn't intend a pun. I like it.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, time ticking away. Like I said, Liquid just working the picks. We have got Simple just holding towards B right now. He'll be the first man to show himself on the map towards the CTs.
They still know Cutler's here. A Dren sprays away. The problem is he's got to reload as soon as Cutler moves across, so the timing works out, and Tarek has found the first pick. It's Simple that does go down with the AWP. So that's the man who's been opening so much space. Finally, CLG with not only a lead, but a sustainable lead, because there's no refrag. There's 46 seconds, and Liquid have to force the issue in this round now.
Well, Liquid have got 4 smokes remaining. They can do a full execution onto the side as well. I'd imagine we'll see smokes towards highway, towards the quad area as well. Flashbangs come in, stay as a unit. They're so good at operating a unit in these scenarios. Let's see what they can bring to the table here.
On top of quad, JDM, he has the angle above this smoke. It would have caught them off. It would have been perfect, but he misses the shot, and now Fugly has to go forward. He's going to be caught out, flashed. Gets away, though. There is a smoke to allow him back in. And they're going to try and boost JDM up on top of the wooden box. He's going to hold the angle instead. It's a 1-for-1 on the leash. He's got the upset. He's got the 1 different kill, but now Hayes claws it back. Thankfully, a Dren, though. Look at Elise again. He finds 1 more. Suddenly, Bomb has to go down. It's a 1 versus 1. Tarek versus Nitro. 2 of the best players in North America, head-to-head. It is a kit, or rather, excuse me, an armor for Tarek, but no kit.
And the AWP as well. Horrible to retake in this scenario. Nitro giving it a straight-up face here. This round means everything to CLG. This will tie things up at 12-12, and Nitro can do this. He gets the shot. He gets the spray down as well. There it is. Liquid do it. 12-12. CLG after finding the first frag. It's JDM with the Simple shot. He had a great position, and you'd expect him to hit that all day long. Somehow doesn't land it, and he looks caged right now in the second half, getting rattled here on the big stage after such a successful first half here.
And well, this is exactly it, because we talked about the volatility of Liquid. Suddenly CLG, who thought, all right, USA crowd that was a little bit more biased toward Liquid, this is our chance to silence them. They've got everything rolling, and
wow.
Now they're sitting here in shambles, in tatters. They've already used their timeout when it was, I think, 12-9, I think it was. Either way, it's gone. They have to slow it down other ways.
They took down Simple as well. He's been the danger man, the one picking them apart, and they still can't close it out. I'm sorry, it's down to that kill from JDM. He should have been hitting that one, but it's going to be a force buy now from CLG. Tarek has the AWP once again. He was the player that took down Simple. Can he replicate it once more? This is looking like Nico causing some distraction towards the A-bomb site. So far, more of a passive approach from Liquid.
Bounce Molotov from Nitro. Clears out the bottom of vents, doesn't clear the checker room itself. One less angle covered, though. One less angle to look at. Really passive from Liquid. Again, just trying to bleed out the CT side. They've done well. They've kept 2 smokes in all of this, but it is a minute still to play.
Yeah, they've got 3 smokes, actually. So the CT's actually doing pretty well in holding this off. So they could actually do well in this scenario. It's looking like more of a B play coming in. 5 players still remain. Molotov's going in towards the B bomb side. Cutler's going for the face with the flashbang as well. Needs to find a kill here. Managed to take down Nitro and stay alive as well. Is this the round CLG are looking for?
So well timed on that. Simple's going to try and hold the angle, but Elige, a second smoke comes out. This buys more time. So again, those smokes being saved is making a massive difference right now, because it's 30 seconds to play with. They're already giving up on B. And not only that, Hayes' position, he'll have heard them running away from this. So 2 players on the A side. Tarek should be ready to rotate any second. He's actually not. He's still considering the B possibility in this. So Hiko and Adren have a chance to open up. Tarek's just going to get toward the truck now. Fugly holding in his favorite position. It's only the FAMAS to work with, but right angles, right timing, it could work out. Elise finds the entry. Hiko follows up. Fugly goes down. Bomb going to immediately come in. 9 seconds. They have to hold it, but Hiko's going to cover off the rotation through the smoke. It's Tarek down.
2-on-2 now. CT's going to be coming in aggressively, but Hiko with another, looking for the third as well. It's going to be Elite to finish things off, and another man advantage thrown away from CLG. They had everything in their favor, read the situation as well, but it's Hiko stepping up with amazing kills through the smoke and the Tech 9, dealing some serious damage as well. CLG looking disarray right now. What is going on? Every advantage they have is being thrown away, and Hiko, he's been pretty quiet this game, but that's an amazing play to get them in the advantage here. 13 plays 12 now. What a round.
Simple is loving it. The man was in tears in the qualifier. He's had some hardships in CSGO, but right now it's all jubilation. It's going to have to be something incredible from CLG to pull back into this. Once again, forced onto the eco. Again, CT side. T side, you're losing these 5-6 rounds. You get the bonus working in your favor. You get bomb plants. You can buy almost every time. It's not the same on the CT side, so they have to sit and wait once more.
Yeah, you get $3,400, and you need at least 4.1K to actually get a decent buy on the CT side. But here we go, then round number 26. It's actually 10-0 in favor of Liquid. Just doing some serious work here in the second half. Simple trying to get some shots through the wall there. I'm not sure if he hit, but Hazed has gone down to low HP. They are on an eco. They have got for the partial buy, meaning they've got upgraded pistols and body armor to work with, but still heavily favored towards Liquid here. This will bring them to 14 plays 12, and CLG having such a difficult time here.
Simple has highway control, looking toward quad spots up JDM. Leaks out into the open. He nearly hit that second shot. That would have been like,
lights out.
I'm done if he hits that. That's insane. But good Molotov. Hazed gets caught by it. No way to run. He tries to stay back. He's expecting the peek. He can't be in the open, and it was well deployed, so it was on top of the platform as well. Fugly's got to come back into this. It's just the pistol to play with. Liquid's got this. There's no bomb down, but it's a 5 versus 1 now. It's all on Cutler. He does drop the bomb, but there's so much time. There was nothing he could have done.
Really nice team play there from Liquid, holding up in the default as long as possible, executing cleverly with the Molotovs and actually burning players alive as well. That's textbook stuff. And we go to round number 27, Liquid with a heavy lead now. We have got that double orb set up from CLG, but yet to find a round. It's 11-0. And from what we saw in the first half, I didn't think there was any chance of this happening. We said if Liquid got the pistol, there was a chance of them getting back into it. But right now, they're 2 rounds ahead. And CLG just look completely caged. They need to wake up. Someone needs to step up and find something here. They're getting the first frag time and time again. It's just the final execution and holding it together, and it really matters. That's when it all falls apart.
Lige back face, simple to hold the angle. But again, CLG haven't gone aggressive in these positions, and now they're so nervous. They have to be nervous. They're facing map point if they don't win this with no economy built, double up. Oh, I love this. They're going to try and go for the boost. That nade does massive damage to Elige. Fortunately, Simple still behind it. Actually, I think the gun barrel was showing because they shot into that. I was going to say that Elige took all the damage from the nade. Simple stays quite healthy in this, but this is a bit of an issue now.
We managed to do about 120 damage there just for that nade and wallbang combo, but Simple's still alive. Confident he's going to find the frag hit. There are 3 players from CLG toward that side. Flashbang comes in.
Simple's got bomb here too, so he needs to be a little bit careful of how extended he really is. So we saw that be an issue early on for Nitro. They've recovered that round, but...
There he goes. Simple swaps the bomb out now. Realizes that might have been an audacious play from him.
Tarek going to hold from middle. Passive approach, 3 still in A. There's Hazed only on the B site. And Tarek's got the first one, though. He's held it. He was patient enough. He finds a Dren. And now Liquid's forced to make a play. 33 seconds. It's going to be B that they hit. Simple's got mid covered. He'll go through the vents. Don't even worry about the rotation at this point. He needs to help his team get in and get the bomb down. That needs to be the primary focus. He's smoked off toward Checker. Molotov's in. This time they're going to bounce back. Hazed, he's not down below, so he can play within them. He can play beyond it. He's got the M4 lined up. Can't find the first shot. Damage done, though. As Nitro goes down to 50. No smoke on Tarek. That's crucial because he walks back in. It blooms late, but Nitro's got Hazed. Have they got the bomb in time? 8 seconds. It's dropped. That's the round. They don't need to face CLG. They've got this. They don't need to face.
JDM once more, though. They're going to finish it off in style. Finally, a round arriving on the second half for CLG. It was Tarek to open things up once again, funneling Liquid into the B bomb site, and they hold strong on the site, getting the bomb down with no time to spare. And they managed to actually keep a reasonable amount of players alive as well. I think they only dropped 1 frag there, so the money's going to be okay. If they were to lose this round, they still have something to play with here. But JDM finally doing something in the second half. 2 great frags from him. He was the one that dropped the bomb. And we go to round number 28, Liquid. Back to a 4x, the money, fantastic for them. That's not going to be a problem for the rest of the game. But CLG with his double orb setup, it's actually Tarek finding the key picks here to open up the round for them.
11-1 is the score in this half. CLG finally get one on the board. And they still have a tough task because the economy for Liquid, full execution, full utilities. AWP still on Simple. Cutler's going to spray him toward the blue door. They've already bounced the smokes out, and JDM's going to get aggressive with this AWP. We mentioned how the smokes can cut you off inside that A site, but he wants to play a different angle on this. The timing's slightly off. He's going to get overlooked here, though. He may still line that up. He nearly gets 2 out of that. That would have been incredible, and Simple finds him instead. Into the site, and Tico on to Fugly. Cutler's gone. This is a reset. This is Liquid taking the map. Tarek's got something to say about it. He's got a chance for the no-scope. Oh, Tarek! How does he get back in? And he's got time to line it up, but Adren instantly turns that back around.
Unbelievable scenes here. Just going to be Hayes remaining stuck between CT spawn and the bomb site. Needs to work out what he's going to do here, but that's the round done. The bomb has been planted, and it's Hiko and Simple stepping up once again. Amazing close-range action there. Tarek did what he could with the no-scopes, but it's not enough. Liquid get 15 rounds, and the money's going to be a very difficult situation for CLG. Like I said, the round before, they did manage to keep 3 or 4 players alive, but there's going to be reinvestment costs here. They're not going to have that double orb setup, that's for sure. What a round that was. Like you said, JDM had a chance of collateral there. Could have got 2 for the first shot, but it didn't happen, didn't land a single thing.
Hayes is being smart here. He's definitely saw them looking, but he's not even going to fire, not peek. They know they need this M4, so that was all he could hope for, and he'll get it, but that's a pretty grim consolation prize in the consideration of what just happened. The economy reset. They forced out the FAMAS onto Cutler. Fugly's going to buy up into the M4 as well. Tarek, man, that if he had hit that shot on Adren as well, anything was possible at that point.
The morales has got to be out the window for CLG right now after such a sick first half. They're looking down the barrel of the first map getting dropped right now. They've got Famases, a 5-7 on JDM, 1 kit and very little utility. There's 2 smokes remain now. They will be focusing towards the A site. Leaving middle pretty open for now, but Liquid are going to be reading this so well. They just need to hold up and allow Simple to work the pick once again. He's been opening up these bomb sites like there's no tomorrow. Smoking off towards B right now. It's taking away vision from the CTs. And actually towards that B side, just JDM. He does not have an AWP. He actually has just stuck a pistol here, and we know how weakened he can be in these scenarios.
Crucially, though, they do get the 4 rifles up. But you're right, JDM without the AWP. Although it has to be said, he didn't hit shots when he had the opportunities. So close yet so far. What a comeback from Liquid in this. Like you say, this now becomes a mental battle. Especially, I mean, not even for CLG in this round, but in the next map if they don't pull
You go
this
from
off.
these massive highs to crushing lows so quickly in 1 half, and you end up losing the map as well. It's so hard to bounce back from these scenarios. Simple now making his way out towards middle with the AWP as well. Not contested so far, like I said. CLG allowing this to be fully open. Simple looking towards highway, seeing if he can make something out of this. Been so good, so efficient at getting these first picks. Can he do it again?
He's got the room. They put the smoke out late onto Z. It's being held by Adren. It's a wide hold, though, so the peak still could come through. Now they're going to change that, so Simple's not the first line of fire. Flash goes out. That's for the entrance. That's for that trade, and Simple turns around. That is fast reactions. Fugly's killed Cutler.
That's it.
Oh, insult to injury.
it.
It's done. Liquid are doing it. Simple's going to spot the last member. They know where he is, and JDM, just the 5-7. Liquid have come back from a 12-3 first half.
There it is. Can you believe it? 12-3 in the first half, and then going down 11-1, and it would close things out here. CLG, of course, got to be gutted. Tarek played the game of his life, 33 frags, and in the first half, JDM looked godlike. But it's Simple and Hiko in the second half to just carry the team over the finish line.
Wow, exciting nonetheless. The first ever time 2 teams from North America make it in to the quarterfinals, the playoffs of a major, and they face off against each other. Win-win or lose-lose, I don't know how you look at it, but the fans have to love that. And Liquid, man, oh man, that is insane. That is one of the comebacks, one of the best comebacks in this tournament. And look, there you go. How crushing is that?
How can you come back from this? The series is not over yet. You need to pick yourself up and dust yourself off. You can't allow this to affect you. It was a horrible loss, but you showed you can perform on this level. The stage wasn't the problem. It was that CT half on Cash. They just weren't adjusting. They weren't being dynamic, and ultimately that was a massive problem.
Well, that's it for map 1. I'm sure there's lots of people that need to regroup, none more so than CLG. When we come back, we move on, and it might be Liquid into the semifinal. We'll find out.
Hiko's the type of person that never gets down, no matter what. He's like, okay, guys, we can do this. He's a very good teammate.
I try to keep everyone's spirits up. I try to, you know, physical contact is proven to like keep people's like spirits in it and keep them focused. So yeah, it's just kind of like a psychological thing.
Everyone was down. Like, I know everyone had their headsets off. They were kind of like really emotional because they were like, all right, the game's over. Hiko's like, it's not over yet. We had James, our coach, behind us saying, it's not over yet. We win this round, win the next round, we break their money. We can still do this.
To be a great player, you have to have a big ego. I don't care what anybody says. You have to think you're better than everybody, and you have to play better than everybody consistently. And a lot of that comes from confidence and ego.
That round where it was a 2v4 with me and Elige, where Elige had that crazy 1v1 with the 10 HP. I looked over to him, he took his headsets off, he was crying then.
It was kind of cute because Sasha would be like making these like fist things, like we're about to win this round. Oh my God, I love my team.
Like he was actually so, I think it was because he was so nerve-wracked that he just like, he actually couldn't keep his emotions in check. You know, I don't think he's ever had that tough of a match ever in his career. So I think this is a good learning experience for him. I like seeing that. Like I've never had a teammate that's actually, you know, had that desire to win.
I feel like it's first chance to be with team and qualify for $1 million major. And when we start losing, because maybe of me, because I didn't hit my shots, it was first comeback in my career at LAN. It's the first time when my team just carried me. I was playing bad, but I was playing for team. It was a great emotion.
There's a lot of patience that comes with also being a pro. Like, you can't just go in and just completely think you're going to be the best. There's a lot of experience you have to go through, a lot of losses you have to go through, so that next time you know what to do. And experience is the #1 thing that will put a guy from like an amateur to a pro, so playing a lot.
I think that they started giving more in the match, and that's what led to the win. And I thought it was a really cool thing that they actually might come together and do some great things. It was just really cool to see them dig deep and not give up. They really wanted to win. I think they wanted to win it for Sasha.
All right, folks, we are back. That is the end of map 1, and that was an amazing comeback by Liquid. They're down 12-3 on that first side. CLG dominating. We talked about Tarek before the show. On that side of the equation on the stage, it was the Tarek show. That kid was on fire. Other side of the coin, never thought I'd be in a North American stadium and hear Simple's name being chanted throughout. But that second side, Simple turned it on. And conversely, you know, we always talk about Hiko, right? And being kind of their glue, and in some regards, their lurker, their fragger, their superstar, their clutch player. He didn't do so well till the very end of that. He was carried by his teammates, which we often say is how you come from a good team to a great team. You can't just rely on that one guy. And Simple, but at the end of that, certainly put it on his back, and crazy stuff.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, thematically, MLG know what they're doing here. They work on a very deep subconscious level. So they showed a video there of a fully able-bodied Goose walking around because this was a game of 2 lame duck CT halves. Now, it's top quality material. I've saved the goal for this match.
Be here all weekend. Be here all weekend.
No, what happened in this game was, on the one hand, both teams have pretty bad CT sides on this match. It has become a T-sided map. It's worth saying that. This isn't the old cache where you could get the 10 rounds on CT side. And it wasn't even that they had amazing strats on T side. They had basic strats. But what's funny is they really did play as though it was just an online NA game. People just went for, there was a lot of just getting picks. It's that classic thing of the NA style. The star players getting set up to take the aim duel that they want to take, winning the aim duel when they're on the T side. And as a result, it really was just a game of the stars. Like in the first half, obviously, JDM early on who had the party piece AWP shots. Then Tarek was a beast for most of the game, but obviously he did a lot of work as well in the first half. Then you swap over, you give the other guys a chance, and what do you know? Here's Simple going off completely. And it was interesting because that's why I say it felt like an actual online game. We always say, as a disparaging thing to the NA teams, actually, like, yeah, well, you play like that in online games against each other, but the problem is you wouldn't play like that against Europeans online. And unfortunately, it's usually the confidence. It means they don't. They get shook, you know, they're too nervous. Well, you could see, like, remember that shot where they did the trick shot where JDM couldn't actually see Simple, but Simple could get to that spot and take the shot on him. It was all just setting up the little party piece picks like that, which wouldn't be in a normal European strat, but it worked because it was in its own little meta within the game of NA versus NA. So it was certainly entertaining in terms of the T sides against each other. It was more of like a time trial thing of like, will you set this many rounds? I'll see if I can match it. It wasn't so much of a back and forth match. That's where it lost a bit of its luster because obviously you could feel kind of CLG just drowning under the weight of the game towards the end.
Yeah. Your thoughts, and then we'll hit you, Rob.
Yeah, just in terms of what happened with CLG there, so I was criticizing Tarek right before the show about how saying, you know, one of the things he used to do is he'd have this propensity to push on the CT side and be aggressive when he didn't need to be, and what he needs to do is play passive, and he's playing very well-rounded and cultured. Well, unfortunately, once they got onto that CT side, I actually felt they could have done with a bit more aggression. It was like they were almost playing a little bit scared, a little bit too passive, and that's what basically paves the way for Simple to do just a repertoire of incredible sort of AWP shots and AWP picks. And he really showed you that he has an understanding on this map that not a lot of AWPers do. I mean, Existence, who's got some free time on his hands, of course, he was on social media talking about Simple and, you know, just what an amazing kind of display it was, and it really was. But I just felt CLG needed someone to get the game by the scruff of the neck and really start playing aggressive on that CT side, and they just didn't. They really played into Team Liquid's hands, because I did say this is what Team Liquid do on Cash. They're aggressive. They push through smokes. They look for picks. You've got to disrupt them. You can't let them do that, and that's what CLG did, and that's ultimately what cost them the match.
Fans really enjoyed that analysis, Rich.
Yeah,
they were
my family are here, of course.
Standing ovation.
Nice. And Robin, your thoughts?
I mean, the CT rounds that Liquid won on their CT side was obviously because Simple got multi-kills. Without him, they looked extremely lost. I was, as how the first half was going on, it just looked like CLG was a better team overall. Switching over, I think that CLG might have taken out the win in advance there, and then when they started losing rounds, they got very nervous. You can tell JDM, he only had one round on that CT side, which was impactful on the B-bomb side when there was lack of time. He actually won that round for him. Other than that, he was nowhere to be found. Whereas on their T side, he was the guy making the plays. Whereas on the CT side, I felt like it was mostly Tarek. And it's actually kind of surprising to me to see Liquid play this well when Hiko is not having a good game. On the CT side, I mean, he was nowhere to be found. He had 3 kills, I think, switching over. He still wasn't that impactful. He had that 1 or 2 rounds that he,
around that red box.
Yeah, exactly, around the red box.
He just loves dancing.
But, clutch plays from Nitro. Adrem played well again. Simple, obviously. The go-to guy, Elish, very consistent. Overall, very good performance from. I'd say it's a bodes well coming into the next map for both teams, knowing that their T sides seem to be strong. It's just they have to get their mentality in check and get their CT side in order.
Okay, now let's move forward. Obviously, CLG's not out of it. It's a best of 3. So now we've got Mirage. That is CLG's map. Liquid will start on the CT side. And starting with you, Richard, what kind of thoughts going into that map?
Well, first thing, if they are on tilt right now, which I think they've got every right to be, they've got to get out of that mindset very, very quickly. This is their pick. Yeah, you've thrown away a lead, but they should be able to do something here. I've seen Liquid play on Mirage a few times. They don't really impress me. They don't particularly look at home. But the problem they've got now, of course, is that Simple's got his blood up. He's ready to go. Crowd cheering his name. It does make a difference. Big game players on big stages. This is where the magic happens. So CLG are going to have to really start well in this, or I think they're going to do themselves and lose the mental game. But they're definitely tactically astute on this match.
And that as well, and for Liquid, which is even better for Simple. As we saw in the video, that was the first ever LAN comeback he actually ever made. Yep. You saw that 3 as well, 12-3, come down and come back and win the game, right? He's pumping right now, and it doesn't bode well for CLG. JDM really needs to get into this game here. Otherwise, like I said, I think Liquid might take this 2-0.
The positive signs for CLG, obviously they had a good T side, and you have to say, well, if Tarek's going to play like that, and JDM was good in the first time, and he was overall all right, I think it leveled out to an okay performance. They've got the 2 stars that they need rolling, so that is a good sign. I mean, you have to feel for Tarek actually in that game there, because he didn't do a whole lot wrong. Like, obviously, he put up more than he'd expect in terms of frags, but his team let him down a bit on CT side, and they kind of played too scared in that scenario. They wanted Team Liquid to make the mistakes, whereas Team Liquid were making the plays because they were behind in the game. So I think going into Mirage is going to be much more comfortable for CLG. This is one of the maps they love to play. They like both sides of the map. I expect this is going to be one where they're going to be able to make Team Liquid feel uncomfortable. And so I think also for Team Liquid, they don't necessarily come in with the killer instinct on this map. They know that, like, we're not necessarily. It's not like when Astralis played against Fnatic and they were like, whether or not Cash is a good map, we have to win this now. They're just going to play and hope things go well. So as a result, I think the window's going to be there for CLG to get back into the series here. I expect it to be another close game, though. I don't think any of these games are going to be blowouts. I actually said when we were in the green room and it was like CLG with this crazy lead on T side, I was like, to be fair, most of the North American teams don't have like don't have 2 good halves on almost any map at the moment, actually. Most of them are specialists like lockdown CT or like good T side. They're all still lacking something in it. That's why they haven't been in playoffs of majors before. So I think it's going to be the same on Mirage. I still think that Team Liquid can definitely get rounds, but I'm going to favour CLG to take them out.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. It's going to wrap it up for this segment. So again, one more map to go, maybe two, depending on how CLG does on Mirage. Right after this break, we're going to bring it to you.
It's going. One of the sickest comebacks in this event, and it's Liquid against CLG. Welcome back to Game 2, where CLG are going to have to dig deep. It's on Mirage as well. Not a light map for Liquid, but it is CLG's map choice.
But still, I think that picture of Hayes at the end, hands on his head, looking like he was completely defeated before the series had even ended. That took so much for them to give that away. Didn't adjust enough, weren't being dynamic, just sat back and allowed Simple to do whatever the hell he wanted. The star players living up to their true potential there for Liquid, and they just completely capitalized. You give those guys an inch, they will take a mile every single time. The good news is for CLG is their tactical game on the T-side did look very good. They knew what they were doing, and they're going to Mirage. This is their pick. I would say a more tactical map in a general sense compared to Cash. Cash does complement the heavy fraggers and the star players. So we're going to Mirage. You would assume they will take this one, but from what I've just seen, it's going to take a lot for them to actually get themselves up and dust themselves off.
Man, all bets are off. I mean, you get a massive lead from CLG. They're definitely the top fraggers. They're definitely hitting the shots. JDM, Tarek going nuts. JDM fades in the second half, and Liquid just crushed the momentum.
Right then, well, we are getting into this.
The one thing I just want to touch on. Simple is going to be someone in this map, again, that will be make or break. He's going to try and make plays, and if it starts to break down, we have to keep an eye on that as always.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is the second map, Liquid versus CLG. Let's make some noise as we get into this pistol round. CLG, 3 sets of armor, 2 smokes as well. That normally suggests an A-sided approach, but they're going to be setting up a more of a default angle so far. No aggression coming in from Liquid to kick things off. We have got Simple pushing off towards shore. He was hungry for frags in the first map. Going to be backing off at the moment.
41% versus 50% in pistols, so that's give or take, really. Fugly already clears out the underpass. He's going to get toward middle right now. Simple's forced back on Catwalk as Hayes and JDM are going to work up mid. He's already toward that connection, though. He spots Simple's head. He's definitely spotted Simple's head. Now they have to deal with it. They have to confront him. Smoke deployed to allow them up the stairwell, but one's got to turn to jungle, cover off the window, and Hayes has to fight forward. The 2 from Main are in the sight, but it's passive. Bomb's going to go down. It's going to be the retake game with only 1 kid on a Dren, who does get the shot on JDM to open it up.
Now it's going to be Fugly to take him down. Hayes finding a frag as well. Heavy advantage for CLG, and they're going to find 2 more. And it's going to be Hayes with the triple. Just Tico remains now. 4 on 1, and that's the round secured. Fugly finishes things off. Lovely round by Hayes. Decent A split coming in, working together, locking the CTs out of the game. And it's a fantastic way to open things off and bounce back from that horrible second half on Cash.
Technical timeout called.
Okay.
Timeout called. I assume it's technical at this point, this early in the game. It's only makes sense, but 3rd time in a row we've had a T-sided pistol, 2nd one for CLG.
Great work.
Once again, they didn't even get the first pick on this one. They came back into it by getting so much real estate.
What's so good about this execution, that's textbook CS. As soon as you get the bomb down, you don't want to sit on the side, allow the CTs to have the full retake potential. You want to be pushing them, getting in their faces. Hayes does that perfectly. Retakes CT spawn by himself, gets 3 headshots as well. Really impressive stuff from him. It looks like we're back into the game as the buys do start to come in. Galil's, UMPs, and Tech9 so far for CLG. I think they are still on the pause, actually, so we'll get back in this momentarily. It's a little bit...
Looks like it's fugly.
We still have the headsets on. That's Liquid on cash. They didn't force up on their CT half on the second round. They were trying to play for the bigger picture, making sure they had the bigger rifles, the utility on that first gun round. Looking for what I can see so far, looked like the same story again. This is going to be Elise purchasing a PT-50 so far. 5.7's coming out, so I think they're taking the more modest approach, making sure they're not going to have head armor. They're actually just going to sit back and see what they can do. Just some upgraded pistols and keep the money a little bit stronger.
So they'll resolve the issues, but again, CLG, who does have them, it's beneficial that they won the first round. The question, again, like you said, too, is how they approach this buy. Because again, Ts or other CTs have sort of one chance, one crack at it before the gun round to force up and do something with it. And if they don't, then it's, do the SMGs become more viable or less viable? If they can win the round with the SMGs, then we do get into that bonus round, that Jaden round that we talk about, where you can actually push it out a little further.
You talk about Jaden.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, I do. All right, it's going to go, that's the name of it.
Okay, well, we'll try and make it a thing. It doesn't feel like it's a thing so far.
It's a thing, it's happening.
Just to heard in my ear, it is a TeamSpeak issue, so it's not a massive deal going on right now, so hopefully that'll be resolved in the next couple of minutes, and we can get back into this one. We can see the buy coming in for CLG, which is Mac 10, UMP, Tech9, and I assume Hayes and Tarek will be taking on those rifles. Thing is, on anti-egos on Mirage, all you need to do is go into a default, see what the CT is doing. A lot of CTs will decide to go aggressive on their eco strats and then try and get it towards the top middle. The votes come in, we will be getting back into this one, so as I said before, Liquid with the more conservative approach. Simple, of course, why not? He's going straight in with the head armor and the upgraded pistol. He seems like he doesn't want to follow his teammates into this decision, which is interesting because he's been the AWPer as well.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. This now lends itself to the fact that a Dren is likely going to pick up the first AWP.
Yes.
Could drop it over, but it looks like Simple's going to go aggressive early and stick to the hybrid rifle style, which he is effective on. There's no denying it. It's Tarek and Fugly going to go over and evaluate what's going on at A. One toward Palace, one at A main, the other two Cutler and JDM in the B apartments, and Hayes holding top middle to make sure there's no push from Liquid. You can often see that in these eco situations where they push up mid, they try and get early information, get a gun out of this, and really shut down the execution that CLG wants to run before it even takes place.
Absolutely. You can see the bomb down in T-spawn. They're just going to be taking this so slow, seeing if there are any picks available. Smoking out towards the mid window for now, seeing if they can get that desirable mid control. Hayes and JDM will be holding that area. Going to be trying to get some connector presence as well, but Elysian Nitro sat on the other side, ready for this as well. As soon as they suspect a player in there, they're going to face it at the same time. Is Nitro to get the attention? It's going to get interesting, you know, with getting approached from multiple angles here. And that's Elise to open things up, takes Hayes down.
And Hayes looked confused. He took that first shot. He was trying to bait them out, but then he wasn't sure if he was going to get peeped from window or not. And he had the AK. The SMG from that range couldn't do anything. And Elise, he takes the fight, jumps out window, catches JDM off. So they actually get caught being hesitant toward mid, and it works out so well for Liquid. They've surrounded the perimeter of the A site. No one on CT stairs, though. So it should be an okay plant. They smoke it off just in case, smartly so. But Liquid have a real chance back into this. Simple with the armor, has 19 HP, but with the armor has gone to the AK. It's Elise that picks up the SMG, but Nitro's gone down. Elise, he's found one more kill onto Cutler. This is totally doable. He goes suddenly finds Fugly. It's all on Tarek, and he's gone already.
What is this? They didn't even invest in armor. It's Simple and Elise. Elise actually finding 3 kills there. The first one through the smoke and connector. He finds 2 more. The defuse will be coming in. I believe they have enough time. Of course they will. If the defuse comes in and CLG, after such a sensational pistol round, throw it all away in the second round by. Like I said, most teams will just go into a straight-up default there. It was 2 players committed heavily towards connector, and once they lost that first pick, they were getting attacked from multiple angles, couldn't find the second frag, and they're forced to go into that A-bomb side. 5-on-3, still viable for them, but Elise stepping up massively there. What a round from him. And now you would assume it's going to be the same response from CLG, trying to reset their opponents. They're actually not going to be doing that. They're going to be going for a full eco here. They want to have the AKs in the next round. Most teams, obviously the way the money system works, you can have back and forth eco battles because you're trying to reset the opponent, but they're going for the conservative approach here. We're going to round number 3. They're just going to have Glocks, a Deagle, and a PT-50.
I thought Hayes was going to take that shot sooner, get the headshot, but it's Simple that's going to open it up. Hayes caught out in the open. Simple turns back again. Good damage dealt, and he takes down Fugly, but does all the work to make Nitro take down Tarek in the end. He sets it up. GB James certainly likes that.
Little
Get
handshake
his blood flowing.
Yeah, why not? No high fives here. It's all very formal. Handshakes only. As we go into round number 4 now. It's going to be Liquid with the AK-47s. The MAC-10 on a Dren, but CLG are a very strong buy indeed. They have got the AWP on towards JDM. We saw how dangerous he was on the T side before on Cash. Can he replicate that form after a very quiet CT half? We're going to round number 4 now. And this is it. CLG want to bounce back into this one.
Dren's already quickly down toward this underpass as well. He's in a position where he's not going to be spotted. Times it well. Simple comes down to save him. Rather helpful, but Dren didn't take any damage from that, but good positioning, good awareness, take that fight before it even exists, but the AWP from JDM catches Simple on retreat. There's no way out, and Dren's locked into this underpass position now.
Fugly has gone down to 11 HP as well. We can see Elige and Nitro towards the A site, but Hiko going aggressive towards the B apartments. He wants to find that next kill.
And this is strictly because of the fact that Adren's locked into underpass. They have to get the trade kill at the top of the stairs. If Cutler gets Adren for free, then it's way too easy for CLG to set up an execution. So Hiko pushes up. Adren actually wins that exchange. He's going to spot up Fugly as well, jumping up. He's going for more Adren. This is the best we've seen him play CSGO.
They can fall back now. That kill would have been amazing for Adren, but doesn't need to commit to the situation. He's done enough work here. Hiko and Adren synergizing perfectly there in that scenario. 4-on-2 now. JDM and Tarek, after finding the first pick, stuck in a horrible position. Bomb towards T-spawn. You can see Nitro gain a decent position as well. He has gathered a lot of information and will be falling back to a more safe approach. We saw CLG actually come back in a lot of these rounds on Cash. It was Liquid throwing these situations away, but it seems like they've learned their lesson and will be holding back and forcing CLG to make the next move instead of gifting them kills.
Tarek still is going to fancy this. There's 30 seconds to work with, but they need to make a decision fast. If Tarek can't find an opening, then that AWP in JDM's hands. It's going to be worth holding on to. Keep in mind, he sits on 33 HP.
Well, it's
Tarek's going.
Place. They could actually get through connector here undetected, but now
spots
they're going
one.
to find that first kill.
Elige in the open, no chance to turn back. He's got the sights toward Palace. They've spotted him up. All they have to do is negate him, hold him, but JDM's been caught. Hiko comes down catwalk. Bombs dropped in the sight, and it's all done.
There it is. CLG once again getting that pick, but it's Adren and Hiko. They were the linchpins in that round. Splitting underpass in the B apartments as well. Great play from Adren. Could have got the third as well, but decided to take the safer approach. Really impressive stuff from them. That's what we need from a CT side. Someone who's willing to push aggressive positions and find those frags and not allow the terrorists to run rampage on the map. Very good stuff so far from Liquid.
I think Peter's taken his hairstyle from you, Henry.
His looks better than mine. I need to get a cut. I need his stylist. That's a great barber.
According to you, it is.
True.
Wow.
Anyway.
It is Adren to the AWP this time. Pistols only for CLG. And although this is a 3-1 scoreboard, it's not the reset. Remember, it was the pistol CLG got, so they still have the round bonus building up in their favor. Simple going to smoke into this. We talked about this, the aggressive play style. Simple loves to do this. And he's actually walking into a bit of a trap right now. He needs to be careful. Gets the first one. Not ready for it, but Simple, the reactions. My God.
He's just deleted 2 players in the server. Tarek takes him down in the end, but it's Hiko on the other side to punish Hayes and JDM. Tarek remains. He was the one that found the kill on towards Simple. Hiko fancies his third, but what a play that was. Liquid aggressive, of course, pushing the apartments once again. Didn't even have to. They knew they were going to be Hiko, but he was hungry for blood.
And that's simple, isn't it? I mean,
yeah,
that's the make or break. He goes down in that position. It's actually an AK that's quickly grabbable from CLG's side, but man, that second shot, so quick on the reaction.
Yeah, star player potential for sure. 4-1 now in favor of Liquid. We're going to yet another gun round here. You can see the replay on your screen right now of that 6-second shot. He's got no idea that player's A so fast. That's almost like lightning reactions going on there. And here we go, then JDM back towards the AWP. He's had 1 kill so far, but it was the kill that opened up the first gun round before the reaction came in from the CTs.
And this looks like it's going to be a set execute onto the B site. They're already lining up that smoke. Now, there is 2 you can throw from that position where Cutler is. There's one toward the mid window. There's also one in toward B. We didn't actually see it. It is the mid window when he threw. So they aren't committing onto B just yet, but Cutler gets Simple. That's the exact same play. He gets aggressive, and that time it catches him out. So he needs to start weighing his... I mean, it's okay to do it, but you can't do it every single round. He needs to be careful about it.
After presence there 2 rounds in a row, it's a little bit selfish, I would say, to go for that once again. Now it is the 5-on-4. Gifted the kill. Cutler picks it up. And now CLG, they were going to execute towards B. Now they can reevaluate the options. They've got lots of time. The man advantage. The bomb's still down in T-spawn. They have the mid control as well. Hayes makes his way towards the ladder room. So CTs just don't have anything to work with right now. You can see how they've been segregated from the map. Smokestalks connector, lower ramp, and the window as well. Hayes, great positional control. And it's looking like an A play coming in as well from CLG.
Good position from Hayes. Really good position from Hayes in this window room right now because he catches Elige off, not knowing he was there, looks away. That forces Adren back, does get the refrag, that's big. With all in this right now, they're putting Adren in a swing position because they're relying on Nitro to catch them off in this A execute. He's gonna see the first smokes come over. He needs to make the call fast though, because Adren's already rotated. He's over toward the B side and the walls are out. Sandwich, Shadow, it's all covered. Nitro's gotta force into Firebox, he's spotted up and Fugly gets the kill on the way through. Adren up close, Cutler takes him down. This is CLG's round.
Absolutely, Nitro could have stepped out there massively, but it's Fugly that finds him now. Hiko in the 3-on-1, bomb just gone down, so he does fancy his chances here. Has of course got a kit. This is CLG's round to lose. If they were to throw this one, it'd be an absolute travesty. There's the first frag will be coming in here. It's going to be Tarek capitalizing, takes down Hiko. There it is. CLG finds some footing here on Mirage. It's going to be their second round, and 4 plays 2 now. We'll have a look at the cash coming in for Liquid, of course. It's so swollen. Look at that. Adren, 12K in the bank, and everyone else can buy as well. So they've got a couple of rounds in the bank here. Double AWP setup coming in for Simple as well. They're changing it up a little bit. He's been aggressive in the B apartments. It didn't work out last round, so looking to rectify that now.
And he's got a B spawn this time too. I was just seeing if they had the A, because Simple sometimes likes to go for that jump toward jungle and spot down A main early, but both AWPs are heading toward window and B. It's Nitro and Elige again that will work in tandem. Normally the T side combo, but this time it's CT, it's their A site. And they are playing aggressive again as well. JDM's gonna lurk into this. That smoke's got about another 6 seconds before it starts to fade. About another 8 before Nitro has to move away from it. Flashes in. Is Nitro going to go on this? JDM, he fires in. He's anticipating that close angle. But there's a slight, I think Hayes might have a slight gap on this. Elige finds Fugly coming through Palace, but they don't. They don't know Nitro's there. He's got 2 lined up. JDM gets the response. But the damage is done.
Lovely close range action there, and JDM does find the kill, but we can see now they're both stuck towards the lower ramp.
Bombs inside the site.
They've got to recover it. What a shot from Simple. Rips the head off JDM, and he's just going to leave Cutler now in an unwinnable situation, but he still fancies his chances. He will be edging in towards Shadow. Knows the Elige may be there, but so much discipline from Liquid now. They don't want to throw away any frags here and make sure they guarantee themselves the round, and that's the way to do it. 5 plays 2 now. The money in tatters for CLG after winning that last gun round. Very convincing stuff from Liquid. Only dropped Nitro, and that close range crossfire just reads CLG perfectly and tears them apart. Full eco now. They can't really justify much else. They could do a Tech 9 buy here and try and get a bomb down, but considering 2 players are on sub 2,000, they can't really justify that at the moment.
Perfect start for Liquid this time. We talked about mental game that CLG was going to have to find themselves getting back into. Only 1 kill. It would have been interesting that time with the 1 death that they did have on Liquid side if they had gone for an SMG knowing they were going to be up against the full eco, but it is the rifle buy, bought back up. Perhaps they just expect to slaughter them and keep it for the next round anyway.
Well, Adren did spot 1 player towards middle, whiffed a couple of shots, but got some intel out of it. You can see it's actually underpass play coming in, and Cutler working towards the B apartments right now as well. So what's the play here from CLG? They haven't got any utility. They just need to try and boost into window. Maybe he can find his first kill, but Adren is ready, and he's probably hearing all the footsteps as well.
Yeah, he's definitely ready. He misses the shot, though. That gives Fugly the chance. But what a reaction. Swaps over to the P250. You would have thought Fugly would have seized the opportunity on that one.
Yeah, well, what can you do when you're getting your head ripped off like that? They're going to be trying to boost up again from what I can see. They actually have. It's going to be Tarek making his way in there, but Adren ready once again to get a leg him this time. Fancies his second kill of the round. Can he pick it up? Being very disciplined here. Loving this from Liquid. Don't want to give anything away. He has got 27 HP.
Adren just dancing on the outside of this, waiting for Tarek to show himself. He's actually going to shuffle off this. Simple inside of the site, though, has hazed. It's Nitro that's dancing in Sandwich, not detected at all. Position's just so good right now. Simple far forward. All they had left to work with was connector.
Well, here comes round number 9. The money's still not amazing. JDM could afford a glass cannoneer AWP. That just basically means you have the sniper rifle, you have no armor, you have no grenades. You're just purely banking on the fact you can hit the shots. And the buy does come in. JDM on the AK-47. So judging by this, I'd assume this would be a simple A execute strategy. They want to make sure they have the utility and the AKs to work with. They haven't tried anything like that so far. It's always been kind of default, trying to get the mid control. And we go into round number 9 now. Double AWP setup still running strong for Adren and Simple. Simple this time towards the A side. This is what makes a top AWPer. Someone that can be relocating themselves and redefining their position every single round and being a complete nuisance to the terrorists.
Speaking of being aggressive with the AWP, Adren. Window used to be safe. Now that it's smoked off, more and more oppers are doing this. Jumping down into mid, and he gets the shot on Hazed. Smartly had to. Simple was coming over to support so he could get out of middle, but Adren does it himself. Has to give up underpass in the process, so Fugly does get to work up a little bit closer toward mid, but a great first pick. Oh, did he spot the gun barrel? That's the question. I don't think he did.
He's only got the Tech 9 to do anything about it, to be honest, so he's going to be Molotov out of position as well. It's going to be JDM with the AK-47. A simple fancies this, though. Most players would fall back in this scenario with the man advantage. He wants to keep going. Edging slowly in towards JDM. Can he find the frag? Of course he can! Takes him down. 5 on 3 now. Simple just doing absolute work here.
The guy is unstoppable. Good response, though. Cutler gets in. Hiko goes down, and suddenly B's open, and Cutler knows that the bomb is a long plays away from the site, so his intentions were to get into our checker room and cut off the rotation to buy space and time. This still could work, though. Look what Tarek's doing. He's going to actually rely on that kill, that early rotation on those 2 entries to work in his favor. Drop bomb. He's now going to go forward, try and hold off the perimeters of the site and let Fugly come in for the plant, but there's only 33 seconds to do it.
And they've dropped the bomb towards the lower ramp, and there's going to be Nitro to take down Tarek. That's the round secured. Fugly has got the AWP, needs to set the world on fire if he's going to make anything of this round. Facing towards Connector, and the disciplined play coming in from Liquid once again. He has got the bomb. And should be able to get a plant out of this as well.
Big plant as well, because it's the extra $800. This will only be the 3rd round against them, but let's not rule it out. AWP, he's got a chance at this. He's spotting toward Nitros, finds him early. That's one angle done, no one for the refrag, both peeking at the same time. Fugly, I thought he hit that, but he almost does on the second peek. Elise is going to get it.
Got to hit those. He got gifted 2 opportunities there to find the second kill and didn't hit one of them, so it's going to be Liquid capitalizing. For all, I applauded Simple that round as well. He makes some very interesting decisions after finding that initial frag. He's such a volatile player, just pushes through the smoke and gave his kill away. I'm not sure if we're going to see it after this. It's a great opening kill, sure. And he actually just decides to run through this own smoke and gives his kill away. I think we may see it. No, we don't. But basically, he just gave his kill away for 3 in the 5 on 3. Didn't have to. And it came down to the 2 on 1 in the end, which does cost the cities money, but they are high rolling right now. Adren with almost 14K. They're going to have tons of cash. Like you said, CLG getting the bomb plant down does allow them to have this partial buy this time. That basically means you have upgraded pistols, body armor, some smokes as well. And it's looked like they will be going for an A-sided attack this time, but Nitro getting up nice and close range once again, and Simple hunting for more frags in the underpass.
So default smoke ramp, Nitro going to go through it. The bomb plant didn't allow for the full buy, but it does give them the force onto the Tech 9s. But JDM, he's got the M4 picked up off that first kill, and he's used it well, but Simple turns around, finds him, goes for a fast shot. Simple you would not doubt in those situations, but 2 versus 2 and bomb down. Counterlogic Gaming have done well in this round.
They have an AWP as well, and they have position of CT Spawn, and Fugly only has the Tech 9, but he's in a great position as well. We'll see what Cutler can do with the AWP from lower ramp. Flashbang and Smoke's coming over. This is it.
And Hiko trying to find the angles. Molotov to clear box, but it's no one there. It is Cutler spotted up. He gets hit by that, but still, he finds the angle. Look how low they are. Fugly might only have a Tech 9, but it's 1 shot on either. They're on the bomb. He needs to hit Hiko, but he can't do it.
It's so close to going off as well. That came right down to the wire, but Liquid come in massively. It's actually Cutler that legs Hiko. You thought that was it. The shot was going to land, but he can't quite kill him. And what looked so successful from CLG, a great execution, found the initial frags as well and got the bomb planted in a decent position. They're unable to capitalize, and Team Liquid take their 8th round. We're going to number 11th now, where there is a full buy coming for CLG. JDM back on the AWP, but a much different affair to what we saw on Cash. Not really working the frags as effectively. He's currently sat on 3 for 9. Similar story as well for Tarek. He's actually on 4 for 8. So the star players yet to actually arrive on the server.
So 3 players on the onset right now looking toward B. JDM going to give himself his own pop flash, and it works! Hits Adren! That's one way to open the round. He does take nade damage, but what a start. Big deal that he's Molotoved off, and I'm being the sarcastic style of big deal because they've got the round advantage. They can sit back and stabilize this.
We saw this time and time again for CLG, though, getting that man advantage, then throwing it away. They need to have to capitalize this time and make sure they're efficient in their execution. They're staying together and trading frags. That's all they need to do, trade frags. And they'll be absolutely fine going forward. Plenty of time to play with. The CTs are starting to react. You can see Simple getting aggressive in the B apartments. We've seen it every single round from him. It is going to be spotted, but JDM staying alive for now.
Oh, Simple. He definitely spotted his foot coming back in. Simple goes for the face because he has to, but he's trapped. He's inside the smoke. He's stuck. He can't find his way out the door.
How did he survive that? 3 hop shots and all the Glock bullets in the world, but he does manage to get out. Fugly in the connector now. Will be able to take down Nitro here. Lovely shot to finish him off. 5 on 3. Surely this is CLG's round.
Ali's going to do what he can with the Molotov, but it's late on him, man. They're already in the site, and Fugly's got the shot over the box. Simple as 3 HP after that exchange.
Yeah, Hiko's got 17, so they don't really have any footing in this whatsoever.
The one thing that they should look to do right now, Liquid, although their economy, it's okay, so they actually are going to go for the save because it's 3,000 and 2,600 for Elige. or for Elysian Nitro, excuse me, but if they could have knocked even one gun down in this situation, they know they're putting CLG up against a reset potentially.
The risk-reward factor,
yeah, exactly.
right? So they got Simple on 3 HP, Hiko on 78, but potentially losing an AWP there. So I think just saving the weapons this juncture is absolutely fine. They've got 5 players alive, CLG. You have no idea what you're running into. So this is not a problem for me. It's CLG's 3rd round, but once again, it's the reset potential. The good news is that they kept 5 players alive here, and they've got the bomb down, so very secure round for them, and they should be able to take lots of cash into the next one. Liquid, let's have a look at theirs. Yeah, like you said, it's not great news for Elysian Nitro, but they've saving these 2 weapons mean they can easily drop and have full buys across the board. 2 more will break them.
And CLG obviously knew the situation as well, so no chase.
Yeah,
all 5 alive. CLG's biggest fans.
There it is.
Been going nuts. They're probably going to have less voice left than we will, Henry.
Especially the guy in the front there. He's really going for it.
I love it.
I love it. There's a lot of passion here today. It's awesome. Round number 12 now.
I didn't bring the American hat. I forgot it at the hotel.
The cowboy hat?
It would have been perfect. I mean, I'm Canadian, but today I'll chant USA. Why not?
Double AWP set up back out for Adrenaline Simple. It was JDM to capitalize last round and got that first pick with Simple. Aggressive, of course, into the underpass straight away. Just going to be hiding in the cubby hole as well, waiting for Flashbang to come in before he faces. Hasn't got any backup from his teammates either, so this is it. Can he find that next kill?
Simple holding for it. He's desperate to find it, that flash. He knows that it's commonly popped, so he goes in toward the cubby. Fugly's here. Oh, this is so dangerous. Fugly's getting closer. Simple goes for the flick. Now he's in trouble because it's the AK, but Simple!
Every time he seems to pull this crazy stuff off. You thought he was dead to rights there, but apparently he pulls off the no-scope. JDM's been tagged as well, and he manages to get out of that situation as well. So great stuff from Simple, keeping the pressure applied. Can you believe that? Every time.
I'm so speechless that he hits that shot. Fugly had him dead to rights. There was no refrag, no one in window to jump back down, no one in connector to push back in, and Simple gets away with it. Not only that, he gets out of middle with the smoke thrown out, so he's still in this fight. AWP, 39 HP, it's entirely possible. He'll watch B. Adren's going to take his over towards CT and anchor the A site, but with Catwalk open, with mid relinquished, because they hold Elige back off of this, they could actually go for a 2-2 split onto the B site, and Hiko's the one inside of it, but Simple again goes for the face, has the information. Hiko goes for the double spray. Only gets the 1, and there it is. Finally, they'll knock down the rotation of Elige. They've got a bomb site to work with. But as we said, Simple still alive, and he's so deadly in these situations. He spots up JDM, the wallbang comes in. And it's just 2 players left for CLG to hold this site. There's so much time for Team Liquid.
Yeah, they're all rotating from the kitchen area as well. Cutler and Hayes need to have their wits about them if they're going to survive this. Well, here comes the play. The first kill comes in. It's Hayes to drop a Dren. At least they know where he is. Cutler gets a second. Nitro does manage to do something with that, but it's going to be Cutler to finish things off. 8 plays for CLG, stepping up there in the clutch situation, and Cutler to finish things off, and he gets the AWP as well. Money now not such a strong situation for Liquid. They've got about 4.7k average across the board, so round number 13 could be interesting for them.
That's actually, that's nuts. There was a really good setup in the B site with 2 players. Hayes watches both angles, and all Cutler has to do is just watch Cat, make sure no one goes there at all. As soon as Hayes spots, Cutler goes for the reface. Really well done, but as you said, this puts the money on Liquid actually really slim, and it's only 8 rounds they built up. If CLG can pull back even 6 to 7, this becomes a very doable situation for them.
Of course, of course. Now they're going for the mid control straight away. Tarek holding towards the lower ramp, and Cutler just holding for the aggression we've seen so many times in those B apartments. This time, though, only the single AWP. It's got to be Simple. He's towards the connector area once again. Did find that kill onto JDM. Very impressive close-range action. It's going to be JDM coming in to face him as well. There it is. Of course, he lands the shot. Perfect from Simple. Gives him the man advantage, and the key player from CLG taken down.
Hats off to Liquid for bringing this guy over from the Ukraine. What an impact he's had. They'll still try and work this in mid right now, CLG. As Fugly picks up the AWP. He's actually just thrown that back. They're going to stick with the AKs and try and go for the boost first. Haven't exactly gotten into the window yet, but Hayes now does. No one in ladder room, so he's got this to work with, but look at Elige. This has become the newer style. You give up window, but you just wait at the vent because they have to cross at some point, and Elige works that perfectly. Now it's just connector they have to worry about as Fugly gets closer. And it's Nitro that's super close in this. Pop Flash 1 gets by. Is he going to find him in time? He does. Turns back. Nearly gets the second one on the A slope as well.
There it is. Just Cutler remains. Does manage to find one, but it's going to be a 4-on-1 situation once again. He doesn't really have anything to work with. Just going to be trying to get one more frag out of this. Smoked out, bombed down. Everyone chasing down. Gets a Dren, but the knife comes in. Simple, of course. Stabs him straight in the chest and takes him down. Just insult to injury. This guy is having an absolute dream of a match. And of course, just wants to finish it off in style.
16 kills for Simple. That is an absolutely sexy play. The extra money in the bank, and like you say, insult to injury.
Kind of remains, does manage to find one, but it's going to be a 4-on-1 situation once again. He doesn't really have anything to work with. Here he comes. Why not?
Man. He goes for it, and it works. And now CLG, their money gets dire. Once more, they'll be able to bring out enough guns to include an AWP. It's on Tarek this time, not JDM, so that's an interesting choice, considering JDM's impact on the T side of Cash, but Tarek's been the one that's quiet. No one really, I should say, has had a lot of kills right now for CLG, but he's only got 4 himself. It starts off in the favor of Liquid again, 2 kills. And Cutler's got to find something on this B side because everywhere else they've tried has been shut down, including mid. They've got no mid control right now.
You see how versatile Simple is? He just has a sick round of the AWP, gives that over Adren, and just gets a really nice controlled spray towards the top and middle, and he's actually punished Hazed as well. So 5-on-3 once again in favor of Liquid. There is the AWP up on Tarek, but like you said, a very quiet game from him so far. And in terms of map control, they're going to be forcing the issue towards B. Hiko hears them, and he's ready to lock them down.
He's going to try and wait this out too, play the angles. It's really a game of wits in this position because if it's one misstep, he's going to be shown in the open, and that's what happens. Tarek finds him. And then they're going to fight forward. Cutler gets a leash. This suddenly works out. It's 3 versus 3. Bomb goes down. Simple's on Cat alone. Tarek gets it. There's no refrag here either.
Okay, then 3-on-2. CLG were able to hold on strong in this last scenario, but it's looking like this might be a stretch too far for Liquid once again. Bomb ticking away and full control of the site from CLG. Adren and Nitro decide to fall back. They get the first 2 frags once again. It's that B area. It looked like Hiko had that under control, but unable to find that first frag. He gets taken down on his Cutler, and Tarek stepping up massively with that AWP. Round number 5 coming in for CLG. Need all the rounds they can get at this stage. The last 2 would be fantastic, giving them a real chance of getting back into this, but we'll go into the last, but actually a decent reset for Liquid as well. The money will be pretty diabolical going into the last one, actually. They've managed to save an AWP and an AK, that helps, but the rest of the team, they'll be on Famises and SMGs.
So they still have a chance to get this 6th round, which considering ecoed, reset twice, it's not a bad job, all things considered, especially after the heartache of the first map, but still a tall task in front, and Simple has been absolutely on fire. 17 kills for him, the highest on CLG right now. Cutler has 9. But it's the round total that matters. Fugly through the smoke, he's going to put one more in window. That'll allow him to go deeper toward the connector, and it looked like I didn't quite see it at the end of it, but he was going to Molotov the bottom of the stairwell so they can try and get cat control. One in the window right now. Rather, excuse me, in the ladder room right now.
Simple. He's only got the 5-7, so it's weird to put your star player onto the pistol when you've got AKs available, but here we go then. A very simple play so far from CLG, making their way towards short, controlling middle as well.
This could work still for Simple. That's why he sticks with the 5-7, goes for the AK. He wants it desperately, but Hazed is there. It shuts down a very pivotal point in the map because now they've got Catwalk to work with. And Adren's going to watch this cross. They're going to try and distract and let Hiko silently work out late. Hazed is already inside of the site below, and Hiko's got to make a decision. Does he go now or wait? He's going to go right now. He finds one with an 8 out, but the shot from JDM. Instant response. Still, though, 2 plays 2.
It's going to be it. The round's tied up. A fantastic shot from JDM there. Such close range. We have got Nitro. It's round number 15. He has no choice but to go for this, but no kit and 3 players to find once again. The B site has been a massive problem for Liquid. He's coming in, edging in from Kitchen now. Needs to find the first kill, but they've smoked him out. He has got nothing to work with. Needs someone to fate here.
It's a 2 plays 2. It's 3 still alive. Yeah, that's twice.
Off the bomb.
Twice he's actually hit his nades off the roof that time. So 9-6 CLG. All things considered, that's actually a reasonable half. Now pressure on Liquid to execute on this T side to really make their entries work. Again, you look at Nitro, you look at Elige, and Simple, is he going to go to the AWP T side and get super aggressive?
It was a fantastic start there from Liquid after losing the pistol as well. They went up 8-2, but CLG finding some form towards the end there. Admirable comeback, actually, to get 9-6. Hazed and Cutler leading the charge. And Cutler with some very impressive entry kills. The rounds are actually 5-3 down, so you can hear the crowd. They're believing. They want CLG to bounce back from this one.
The interesting aspect about this storyline as well, yeah, this guy deserves a highlight reel all day long, is that if VP, not only is VP the last defending champion, or again, not defending champion in this tournament, but last former champion left in this major.
Yes.
If they go down to Luminosity, we actually still have an American final tomorrow. It's just North and South that time.
Yeah.
Semi-final, I should say.
Still so many cool storylines in this entire major, so many upsets, so many different teams we expected to go all the way. Now missing
Fnatic out. I mean, that's huge. Envy out in groups.
the current champions of this event.
And Fnatic wins
That's only
every
like
event between Cluj and now.
That's only, what, 3 months ago. This shows you how much can change in the landscape of Counter-Strike. From the last major to the next. This is why we have the minor system, where we can find these teams and allow them to work themselves up the ranks, because so much can change in that short period of time.
And so much can change in this game still. 9-6, we said it. If Counter-Logic Gaming can pick up their third pistol round out of the 4 that will have been played, they give themselves an excellent chance to build momentum, if they can stay efficient, get those 3 rounds tied at 9-9, and if they reset Liquid, then they get everything rolling in their favor. I mean, this is still a really tight game in so many ways.
That's a hell of a Barnet he's got going on.
You love that hair? You're all about it.
Anyway, looks like we are getting into the second half here. Liquid now on the terrorist side, CLG on the CT. We'll see what kind of buys are coming in. Edren with the smoke and 2 flashbangs. Looking at the rest of his team, will be on towards Armor. Simple, of course, the Desert Eagle. We saw how powerful that could be on Cash. Surely lightning doesn't strike twice, Matt.
Simple might.
Simple might, though.
He does have reactions, as fast as lightning, so Simple might. 4 players on to B. Simple at mid with that Deagle, trying to hold the long angle. But he's eventually going to fall off that. They're going to go for a fast play. Only one utility player aside from Simple without the armor. It's Edren with the smoke and 2 flashes. Hasn't deployed those yet. The first flash goes in. There's no smoke. They're looking to try and use that in the post plant, but Fugly's going to drop one out inside of the site himself. This will cause confusion. It actually gives movement to Liquid and Elige and Nitro. There's the entries we were talking about. They've already got 2 onto Elige and 1 onto Nitro. Suddenly, there's just 2 players remaining for CLG.
Such a sick little play there from Liquid. Smoke onto the bomb side is taking away so much vision from the CTs, bundling all over the place, and now it's going to be Hazed and Cutler trying to do what they can, trying to salvage this round in any way possible. Headshots coming in. It's going to be Cutler to pick up the first one. Simple takes him down, though, and Elige to finish things off. There it is, the pistol going in favor of Liquid. They hit double figures. 10 plays 6 now, and putting CLG up against the ropes. They're currently 1 map up. 1 more would do it. And CLG need to decide now. It looks like they will be forcing into the second round. A scout has come out for Cutler as well. If they lose this one, could mean a 3-0 in the second half in favor of Liquid. So a lot on the line here. This force buy means a lot.
Means a ton, and Cutler's the one on the scout.
1 rifle for Liquid. Interesting decision.
Very interesting, and Simple stays on a Deagle as well.
Why not?
That's actually a bit questionable out of all of it. I can understand the SMGs, but the 1 Deagle is a bit interesting. Cutler with the scout is going to play off toward the A site. The rest of them will fan out. So 2 inside the B site. That's Fugly and Tarek. Dren's already around the corner from Kitchen. In the open right now. No flashes, though, on the CT. Actually, I take that back. The 1 player who has a flash is Fugly. He could actually go for a quick pop into this. But they've got the second man now holding it, too. Elige is there, so it would be a 1-and-done position. If he picked up 2 in this, it would be incredible, but let's not hold our breath on that.
Well, there's 4 players now making their way towards the B apartments for Liquid. They have got...
He's got to use his flash now.
He has to get out of there. He's burning alive. He's going to get taken down. There's the alley-oop from Nitro for Elige. Tarek rotating. They know it's a B play now, but you can see there's waiting for the rotations before they go in. But Hayes with a lovely shot on the Simple. Equalizes the situation. Now they've got a real chance of finding more.
And Tarek's inside the site undetected. Hayes is distracting enough that if Tarek can find the opening, this could be huge. This could actually work. They've got JDM down. Tarek's moved. He's away from Edren, but no one's going to spot him. He still comes out undetected, but Nitro finds him immediately after. That could have been tense if Tarek found the second kill out of that. It's all onto Cutler with the scout. Edren's low enough for 1. So is Hiko. Bomb's going down, but he's found in turn by Edren.
Big round there. CLG definitely had some footing into it. A decent setup, and they were finding frags as well, but ultimately only get 2. And it's a huge advantage for Liquid now, looking to get that 12th round here. CLG can't really justify much more than maybe a couple of P250s. That will be it. JDM, of course, needs to make sure he has money for the AWP in the first round. Peter on your screen, the coach looking a little bit worried.
Simple actually goes UMP here. I thought where they knew it was going to be the full save, and he saved for the Deagle last time. He already had 59 built up.
Yeah.
I thought he might just save for the AWP immediately, but it's UMP instead. If they win it, he'll get the AWP. He'll have enough for the AWP, whether or not he upgrades.
Yeah, well, it should be almost a guaranteed win. I can't even think of a realm where they throw this round 4 USPs and a Zeus. That's all CLG have to play with. And here comes the Zeus kill. Could work out. Tarek's ready for it. It doesn't land, but it was close. And Simple takes him down. 5 on Thor. And it's going to Hiko picking up Cutler. Fugly chiming in as well.
Good shot from Fugly to take down Simple. That would have been absolutely worth it in front of this audience to get a Zeus kill in, I'm sure.
I think the room would have exploded if we got it.
Yeah, would have been great. I haven't seen one in a while. I would have loved it. But either way, it is going to be another round looking like it's going the way of Liquid. Just 2 players remaining, and it's JDM that's picked up the UMP.
Yeah, it's not the most ideal weapon to be taking into the next round, I have to say, but we've seen it in the current meta. Coming into gun rounds as definitely viable in certain situations, can be very useful. They're going to pick up a kill onto Hiko as well. Make it a double for JDM. Gets the lead and actually matching upgrade to AKs now.
It's more useful for that. Exit kills that's going to hurt the economy of Liquid, and like you say, they get an AK out of it, so...
Well then.
Good enough.
That
Even
works.
if he wasn't going to use it in the next round, it certainly paid off in this one.
Absolutely. So Liquid still have a huge advantage here, but that definitely helps manage to get CLG's money buffed a little bit into the next round. It's going to be 12 plays 6 now. 3 kills established for CLG, so a decent eco for them considering what they had. They had 4 USPs, a P250 and a Zeus. They managed to kill 3 of Liquid, but they weren't able to find the round. Let's see how we get into this one. JDM with tons of cash will be able to get the orb. Definitely no chance of a double though. He's enjoying himself.
Why not?
We can see now where Liquid are deciding to go with this. Simple will get the AWP. We were kind of wondering whether it would be a Dren or Simple, but he's been so aggressive. He seems so audacious every single phase, not scared of any situation or going for any smoke. He's happy to do it.
That guy is serious. He is so serious. Simple with the AWP. Already looking toward the bottom of the stairwell at slope in case there's any aggression. Nitro, standard pop flash down the stairwell. No aggression from JDM, who is in the window with his AWP. I can actually sit really passive, and this is similar to what we saw from them on Cash as well on their CT side. CLG was not willing to take the chances.
Well, it's looking like we have 3 players towards the A ramp for Liquid at the moment. Could go into a smoke execution. They're not lined up them just yet, but they are in the right positions in terms of, well, they would go to throw the Simple HQ. Yeah, Simple lining up as well. So I'd assume it's be smoke towards jungle, the steps, CT spawn, maybe smoke on the side to actually allow a quick plan to go down. But this is an AXQ coming in. It's quite a passive hold from CLG. Will they be able to hold this off, especially with the aggression coming in from Simple? Actually, maybe a fake, you know, Matt. They're getting out. Oh, what's just happened?
JDM just took down Hayes.
No, they're not even there. What's happened? We need a replay.
I think that was through the smoke. I think the smokes came out at the top of the...
What?
I think he tried to time it so that when the smokes came out, he would cover the cross, and he hits Hayes. This is so problematic.
What?
Hayes just sat back in absolute despair right now.
I think that's his normal position, to be fair, but he likes to sit back in the chair quite a lot, so I'm told.
Well, JDM, but Hayes himself is sitting back right now. This is bad to worse. He makes up for it slightly. He will get a liege back, but now the execution is coming into the B site. Fugly waiting, spotting. Has to rotate off of this Molotov toward Van to try and limit them as he can, but he has to get in position. He has to get closer. Thankfully, Tarek's helped him tremendously. Good shot from Simple. He lands and turns fast enough. The UMP in that situation you would have had to favor. And now the palm goes down for Liquid. First gun round, this is exactly what we said. This is the perfect start for Liquid to close this series.
This is it, 3-on-2 now, and Simple, even though he's got 16 HP, is ready to face, and the CT trying to work out whether this is worth it. Do they need to take it on the chin? Looks like they will be hunting for a little bit longer. Gotta be pushing through the window now. Someone has made it out. It's gonna be Tarek. Gets the first frag, takes down Simple as well. 2-on-2, can't get the second. Hiko punishes him. Now JDM, after getting that first team kill, this would be an absolute miracle if he can do something with this. Misses the first shot, needs to make something happen now. It's gonna be too much. Or is it?
Hits the no-scope, baits him out. He knows he's toward this, but this is actually it. Pro's never faking it. Dren doesn't care. He knows it.
Wow.
Imagine if Hayes was still in the round. I hate to say it like that because it makes it sound harsh for JDM, but he nearly works it himself.
I'm just trying to work out what the hell happened there. This is a straight-up headshot on your own teammate before you've spotted an enemy. I must have been what you said. It must have been straight through the smoke. And a horrible blunder. But he did come very close to winning the round. Had that full defuse had worked out, that would have been so nuts. 1 HP as well. Dren, he's been great for clutches this tournament, holding his nerve every single time, you have to say.
Tournament of his life. Hands down, tournament of his life. This guy's playing some of the best CS he's ever played. 21-12 for Simple, but 14-6 for a Dren right now.
Well, here we go then, CLG with no option but to be on a partial buy here. They've got 5-7 head armor. A scout on towards Cutler. It's desperation as Team Liquid coming in and to their 14th round, and a lot of damage inflicted on towards Tarek. 15 HP for him. It's a Dren that finds that initial shot. They can just play a default at this stage. We can see Hayes made his way in towards lower ramp. And we have got Hiko towards the end of Palace as well. He's just listening out for information and see if he can hear any footsteps there.
This double push, though. Tarek so low inside window. It's common you might see one pushed up into this A ramp position, but seeing two there, I mean, still a gamble, but it could work out. And Adren's going to go alone. He's got players behind him, but far enough away that they won't be able to refrag immediately. Problem is there's no smoke on it, so they won't be able to shuffle out as quick either, and they are going to check it. Both of them check. Adren again. He's playing so well. Simple. It's okay. It looked like it was a double. It's actually his teammate, but in that situation, he can't be blamed. You have to take the shot to take down your opponent. Ali's wrong place, wrong time. Bomb's going to go down regardless.
Yeah, I've always told my teammates, if you have to kill me to kill them, always do it. It's worth it instead of letting them get a multi-kill on you. So there it is. Simple will take down Tarek as well. Ghost Fugly remains. There it is. 14-6. Touching distance now of match point. This round means everything. CLG have money. Could get the double AWP if they wanted to. There's one. Hayes could join him. Going to be opting for the rifle setup here now, but Liquid so close. Nice job with the UMP as well. Why not? As we enter round number 21. I don't think we've seen a tactical pause yet come in.
That's actually a really good point. Like, when is too late? They clawed back into the first half, but I mean, this has to be, you got to look at that. 14-6, you haven't found a round yet.
So I think surely Pitta should be like saying, right, guys, take a pause. We need to consider what we're doing this round. We need to make sure we win it. We need to be taking something to all. And here comes a jump face again. It's going to be Simple. Can he find anything from it? He can't, but it's always fun to watch.
I love that they're doing it. This just shows the confidence they have. JW's one of the only ones who does it. He finds JDM through the smoke. He might get away with this. Ali's just going to go down, and he refaces Tarek.
Oh my God.
This is some of the best CS from Adren, but not only him, Simple is stepping up to new levels.
Absolutely insane, and Higa just comes out of Palace, completely punishes Cutler there. 4-on-2 now. Hayes does find Simple. Signs of life here. Can he do anything more? He's going to be taken down by the UMP in the end, and it's Fugly to avoid match point. Needs to find 3.
Not much of a chance in it, aside from the fact that Bomb's not planted. Now he's actually, okay, so getting Nitro, Bomb's down at the horseshoe. They're split. If he can isolate this into multiple one-on-one situations, Fugly actually could pull this off. He's got a full arsenal of nades still to work with. No head armor, but it doesn't matter against the AKs, but also has the kit. He's fallen off this to B, though, and he's actually, the unfortunate part is, with Hiko so far in the A site and they're trying to have to go back to the bomb, they're just going to walk it over to A now.
You say the A site, but Hiko's actually made all that spawn as well. He can just get in the most disgusting of positions now and cover his teammate. 30 seconds remain. You can see Fugly has taken the all-in play and has gone straight up for the B stance here, hoping it works out for him. But like you said, unfortunate in this stance because the bomb will be going down A momentarily. They're being very efficient about it, though. They don't want to give anything away, making sure they check every position. There's the CD spawn plant, and this is so hard for Fugly now. He's aware of it, and he will be going towards jungle.
The former Liquid player against Adren and Hiko, former teammates, in a dire situation. He's already made his way toward jungle, spotted though. Hiko's got the information. And now Adren's going to put himself in a position where he won't be able to peek. Not spotted. He doesn't want to overcommit to this yet because Hiko's fallen back. But they're just letting Fugly walk himself into a corner, walk himself into a trap that is Hiko.
15 plays 6. Perfectly played from Liquid. Get himself in the 2-on-1. Fugly did find a kill, but wasn't enough. They were so efficient and so methodical with the way they played that situation. Planning for CT spawn, Hiko had already established full control of that area. And this play from Simple, this was nuts. How did he get 2 kills out of this? First one comes in, fully blind, of course, but he gets it. Turns around and gets the next one through the smoke as well. 15 plays 6 now. CLG fully up against the ropes. No money, scouts, Famises, 5-7s. And Liquid can finish things off right here, right now in map number 2.
Simple's already refacing it. Doesn't hit the jump this time on JDM. No leg shot either, gets away with it. Just the poor scout, though, for JDM, not the AWP, and they've done everything they can because they have to. It's going to be just a 5-7 for Tarek. And Fugly with the smoke in front, firing into it with anticipation that someone might be waiting on the other side of it, but no one is, as Liquid can slow this down. Pop flash out might give more information, though, to Fugly. He's going to try and hold that position. He's called for Tarek to get into closer position on Catwalk. Does give up more inside middle, but it might get the 5-7 in a position below the window where it's slightly more viable. And that smoke's going to dissolve any second, so Simple will take the face. They've timed it. They just waited this out. No smokes left on the CT side. It's a Molotov that will, the last of which, by the way, to try and slow them down. After this, it's fair game. Liquid can execute. They can pour into the site.
Yeah, all 5 players this side of the map. Fugly, you've got a lot of work to do. As here comes Liquid. They're about to make the play. Fugly, do you dare face this?
It's a waiting game. It's a battle of wits. He's shifted positions about 3 times. He's still not 100% sure if they're even walking out this direction. Now he will. Now he'll hear the Molotovs going into the back of the site. Blinded up perfectly. The timing of the flash was there. Elysian Nitro. The 1-2 combo. Once again, bomb's going to go down. And Liquid are on the brink. It's 1 round, 5 versus 3. Hayes in a good position, though. Doesn't get the first shot. Needs to take a Dren. Information given, but it's a chance. It's a hope for CLG to live on. But Liquid, the team who qualified first in their group, who beat Fnatic in a best-of-1, have a chance to close it. Hayes does an excellent job. He's found more ground. It's Hiko, though, that's going to turn it. JDM, it's back and forth, but Hiko's done it. Hayes goes down, and Liquid will move on to the semifinal.
Amazing performance. We had our doubts going into this one. We knew CLG were a stronger unit as a team, but the firepower available in Liquid was just too much. What a phenomenal game from Simple. Carries them over, and such a convincing scoreline as well. This was CLG's pick, Mirage, and it's 16-6 to finish things off. 2-0. Liquid are going to the semifinals. Sensational stuff from them.
And hats off to CLG. I mean, not only did they make it this far, they made it 2 NA teams into the playoffs. They've got legendary status. They'll be invited to the next major. But you have to look at Tarek and JDM and say, what an excellent, not to discount anyone else on that team, but what an excellent tournament for them. We've never seen them show up at the same time, and it's a large contribution on why they get this far. But that man, over from the Ukraine at 19 years old, and what an absolutely tremendous tournament. I have to say, he and Adren have been lights out, and Adren, like, am I saying that right now?
The punchline of most of the jokes of the last year, he steps up and proves the haters wrong. What a fantastic tournament he's had. Amazing stuff from him, and it's good to see him coming into this like mercenary role and actually living up to expectations. Really cool stuff. CLG, though, going 12-3 up in that first half. We thought they were turning up to this quarterfinal, and unfortunately just dropped off ever since the second half of Cash began.
So Liquid will move forward. They don't know who they'll play yet. It's VP or Luminosity. We find that out tomorrow, but this man was in tears last time they advanced into the major. It's Simple with Puckett.
My friend, last time we were here, few different emotions. You felt that you had let your team down and that they had carried you. This was one of the most impressive matches we have ever seen from a player on Team Liquid. Yeah! Give it up for the man. How has your team... How has your team improved since we saw you last?
They're the best.
They seem to be the best, and you are playing lights out. Now, talk to me a little bit. Coming into this tournament, we saw your group. We thought it would be a tough road. After the massive win over Fnatic, how far did you know this team could go?
I knew that we're going to win Fnatic. I knew that we're going to surprise them because they're undefeated champions, you know, 3 majors in a row. And we just surprised them, going in quarterfinals, so our bracket most easily than another bracket where it's Astralis, Fnatic. We just surprised them, that's all.
Now talk to me a little bit about this match in particular. You were down 12-3 in those 3 rounds that you got in the first half on Cash. It was from amazing individual performances. How did the whole team rally back, though, on the next side?
It's because nationwide arena. Thank you, guys.
That's right, the crowd getting behind you guys. You felt the energy. You definitely turned up the game to the next level. When did you know you would be able to close this out against CLG and advance to the semifinals?
On last map, on last round, I knew that we're going to the semifinals. They're strong opponents. It was fun to play against them. I wish them good luck. They can be better.
Tomorrow, we will see the last quarterfinals. Virtus Pro, Luminosity, you'll be playing the winner of that match for a spot in the finals here of the first ever North American major. Who do you hope to play?
I hope to play against Luminosity.
He hopes to play against Luminosity. How incredible would that matchup be? And simple final question for you, my friend. What do you want to say to all of the fans who have been cheering you on all day?
Thank you, guys. Woo! And I want to say thank you, everyone who... Thank you, my parents. Thank you, my girlfriend. Thank you, Team Liquid. And thank you, every sponsor. It's very helped me and my team. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Just 19 years old and already a superstar. Liquid Simple, everybody. We're going to a quick commercial break, but when we return, Scoots and the boys will break down all of the action from today.